All right. Hi. Okay. I doubt anyone's going to be here, which is a good thing. I am just kind of testing this live stream out here. Actually, I will. There we go. Put the banner here. Good. Yeah. 0 in the chat. That's perfect. If anyone pops in, feel free to say hello, or you don't have to. You can awkwardly leave. Doesn't matter to me. I didn't announce this live stream, and usually when I do, no one shows up, so it's all good. I'm just testing this live stream. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors, by the way. What a great team. I love the coach, Steve Kerr. I love Steph Curry. Great team over there. That's for sure. I am testing this live stream out. Just wanted to kind of just do a quick little, maybe not too long, stay here for a couple of minutes or so. Maybe at most a half an hour. I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to fine tune some things. Hello, that anyone's okay. There's some folks. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. Hey, how's it going? All right. We got Steph in the house. Okay. Hey, how's it going? All right. Sorry, I didn't announce this live stream, and this is going to be a quick one. This weekend, though, Steph, I'm going to do a Bon Jovi video, top 15 Bon Jovi songs. So definitely, if you're around, it's going to be Sunday. It's going to be Sunday. It was originally, I put a poll out there, Saturday or Sunday. Saturday, either 11 p.m. Eastern time or Sunday, 7 p.m. Bon Jovi, usually when you think of Bon Jovi, it's endless. It's kind of hazy. Okay, that's a problem. Thank you so much. I think it has to do with my camera. I think it's maybe needs to be cleaned, or I don't know. I got to get some cloth, and I can kind of tell and look at it. It's kind of like got some dust and so on. So that might be it. It might be also the lighting. There is like this big old light. That's why I kind of got this thing right here. Because I remove it, then it gets like really, so I need to sort of work on the light. No, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That helps out a lot. Looks like smoke in the room. No, it's not, definitely not smoke. I think it's the camera. I definitely do think it's camera. Or maybe this, maybe I turn this. I don't know, but then it gets a little dark. Okay, a little bit better, the pieces I think are there. Hey, how's it going? All right, we got Tracy. All right, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. I'm just kind of testing out this live stream. I don't normally live stream a lot, so I just thought I'd just come and just kind of test things out. A tad. Okay, good. Maybe I'll bring some floor lamps, and maybe it'll kind of this lighting here kind of just shoots out, and I don't like it. It's kind of too, yeah. So I think the lighting is the issue here, why it looks a little hazy-like and so on. In addition to the camera, I don't want to clean around. I've got dirty fingerprints and so on. I wash my hands and use a cloth or something. You need one of those. Yes. Okay. A lot of people have mentioned that. Not a lot, but a couple of people have mentioned the ring lights. Are those like rings that shoot light or something, or I guess you put it on the side or maybe in the front. I gotta look into that. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe go on Amazon, or I don't even know where to buy it. Maybe Best Buy sells them. I'm just a doc, so I have no clue. I can diagnose. I can interpret dreams. I can't do this live stream thing. I can't stay. Hey, no problem. Hey, okay, right on. If you can though, this weekend it's gonna be the hot video Bon Jovi. If you love Bon Jovi, I'm going to count down my top 15 songs. Sunday, it's final Sunday. We're going to go Sunday. The votes came in, and anyways, even well, if the Celtics won tonight, probably I'll move it to Saturday, because most folks will be watching the finals on Sunday night. I think it's around. Okay, I think it's around. You put it in front of you. There are different settings to play. Okay, all right. Like literally in front or what? I guess that's kind of weird though. It's kind of creepy. Like it's like kind of facing you, and maybe behind the camera or something. I think so, yeah, a round light. Yeah, I think I've seen that sort of tubing thing, I believe, if that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. The question is also how much. Well, yes, behind the camera. Okay, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's Bosco Monster? All right, hey, I'm just testing things out here. Just trying to make the streaming thing a little bit better, more appealing. All right on. I'm gonna do, by the way, I want to revisit the ML case, by the way. A little hint there. It's been a while, and I think it's good to kind of just revisit it. You know, I think we're coming to the 2-year anniversary in this August, I believe. Might as well. Hey, why not? Right? Why not? Hey, I'm gonna do that. Chris Watts. I would definitely want to do at least one video. I gotta stay relevant here on in YouTube. So hey, everyone, their dog's doing Chris Watts. So hey, might as well do a Chris Watts video. I don't know. But I really like the top 10 videos. I did one last weekend on Depeche Mode. This weekend, Bon Jovi. That's right. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. The problem though is that when I put the videos, like last weekend when I did it, it'll block from you able to watch the entire video, like when it's processed and so on. So I have to find like these rare clips of their songs, playbacks and live. So I'm here kind of also telling kind of testing the video. I'm gonna play a Bon Jovi video tonight and see if it goes through. My guess that probably at the end of this live stream when I close it down, it's probably gonna say, nope, you know, this video is blocked or something, where I may have to manually cut it out, which is fine, but I'm kind of doing that. But I'm also trying to figure out how to go ahead and pin, like if I put invite, a lot of people will go ahead and invite, copy to clipboard. Okay. All right. Copy to clipboard. And then I go back down here and is it paste? Okay. Paste. How do you pin it? Okay. I can enter, but I can't pin this. Okay. Here we go. Maybe, oh, no, put user in timeout, block user, show. No. Some folks pin it to the top, like that thing. They pin it at the very top. I know I'm not talking YouTube lingo here. What's a star? A star, maybe. Star. Did I pin it? Starred. No, I had 1 star. You can star important comments so you remember to discuss them during the show. Well, we're not gonna discuss this right here. What is this garbage gibberish? All right. I don't know how to pin it. That's interesting. How do you pin this? Having issues, leave studio, share, settings. I don't know. Settings. Settings. No, that's not it. Maybe I'll just go ahead and Google and kind of see. Yeah. I gotta also figure out, find some people to go ahead and start some conflicts with, so I can go ahead and boost my Vietnam joking now. I would never do that now. We don't stoop that low down here in this channel to go get the views and the subs. It's all quality content. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and play a Bon Jovi video. Why not? And see if it plays. Actually, I'm kind of curious if it will actually play because I'm preparing for Sunday night. It's gonna be a great show. I'm really excited for that show. I really am. I haven't made my list out yet. I know, right? Yeah. Does anyone fight? I'm gonna find a creator. Who should I fight with? Just basically try to pick a fight with a creator. Hey, you. Hey. No, you know, seriously though, I cannot stand those creators out there that are putting out like those baby pictures, the kids pictures, like the Chris Watts case. Perfect. Those folks that are putting the family home videos and pictures of the poor kids, and they said that they're for the. Those are the creators that I just cannot stand. You know, if you want to talk about Chris Watts, go ahead and talk about that slimy guy, that greasy guy, but don't show pictures of the kids. That's what really gets me. If I had to start any fights or anything like that. But let me go ahead, without further ado, I've got 2 people in the chat. And we didn't even announce it, you know? All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this video right here and see if it goes through, and then I'll be back. Actually, when I play the videos, I pop down in my picture thing. I stop the cam. Okay, so I put that because sometimes the videos can be halfway in the screen. All right, let me play some Bon Jovi, and I'll be right back. So I go here. I'm just trying to make things smooth here. Banners. No, brand. No, banners. Okay, I'm going to stop that. Brand. Okay, and then video clip. Okay, see if it plays. I'm kind of curious. Yes. All right, it played. It was playing. I was checking on my phone in the behind. So cool, right on. Oh, whoa, look at that. Wow, look at that. I've seen Bon Jovi live. Right on. Definitely it's going down this weekend. We are going to do a top 15 Bon Jovi songs list. I'm so stoked that it actually played. I don't know what's going to happen once I end the broadcast. It's probably going to block the video, so we have to go ahead and go in and cut it out, just like what I had to do with the Depeche Mode. But that's no problem. If I can play the video, I'd love to play the video when I broadcast live this weekend. Right on. Yes, I know. I agree. Yes, whatever it takes to make a buck for some of those creators. Isn't that sad? Like these creators are fighting with one another. It's so obvious. Like I'm not here 24/7, and I even know that. Okay, dude, what are you guys are doing? Come on. You guys are basically creating drama amongst yourself, so you can go and get the subs and the views and so on, right? Come on. I mean, Otherwise, what do they have? They can't go in, So I can't stand that. But then again, I do like the drama. It helps me with my productivity if I'm like bored and I have nothing to do. I'm off work, off the clock. I'm not gonna lie, no cap. I'll play on some of the drama and I'll go ahead and clean this or do that. It helps me with my tasks and so on. So it's kind of fun there. I just don't like it when they hurt innocent victims and kids and that sort of nature. Yes, and I agree. That is a very good song. That definitely for sure. I think this channel. Oh, right. If we done this channel, definitely though, it's very good. Expanding various different topics. I want to come here more often, do more live streams. I like the ring light idea. I'm going to look into that for sure. I've got sensitive eyes, so I don't know if that's me an issue. Just if it's right in front of me, I don't like that thought, that concept, and so on. Yeah. But really, I really don't do the live streaming for the views at the end of the day. It's just, is it fun? Is there something teachable? Those are the things I highlight. And usually on average, once I announce a video that I'm going to go ahead and broadcast live, I'll be happy. Maybe at best, I'll probably get like 10 people or something like that. So it's definitely not sexy. Now, when I was doing the MLS Sophie case, oh my goodness, it was like at least 30. And that's not even a lot, So definitely this is an underground channel. I like the intimacy also. I like to go ahead and have this sort of small kind of setting because you kind of get to interact better and so on. But the topics, I'm telling you, it's going to get interesting. It's going to get better over time. Could be some darker subject matter too. We're going to have a really great time. It's going to be fun. So, all right. I'm kind of curious. One last, I'm going to just go ahead and invite. How do you pin the thing? Copy to clipboard. Copied. This is weird. How do you do that? I'm not sure. Copy, boom, paste, and then no, enter to send. How do you copy it live? Okay, no, pin it to the top. Just right click. Okay, emoji, undo, no, spell check, wrong. I have no idea. I'm just, okay. If I did that and then that show, there's 3 dots here. Put user in timeout. Well, that's me. Block user. Why do I want to block myself? And there's a star. A star. What does this even mean? This is confusion. This is confusion. Whew, this is making me thirsty. I'm going to get a tab here. I'm going to push tab. Hey, it's not working. All right. Simpsons. All right. Okay. I apparently I don't even know how to do. And I started, and it says, okay, now I got 2 stars. Starred. You can star important comments you remember. Okay, great. Right here. All right. Who needs that? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go ahead and figure out the ring light, though. I think I looked it up. It's definitely doable. I think I can go ahead and look into that and get into that. Unless there's any other lighting. If I remove this, well, then you got that. So that's not gonna work. That's an eyesore. So yeah, and then this right here, yeah, this is not gonna work unless I turn it off completely. Maybe that might do a little better. Turn it off completely. No. Maybe that. No, it's just never. No. So now I'm less light here. I don't know. We'll figure out. The ring light, I think, will be yes. Boom. It'll be right in front. Got it. All right. Well, okay. Wow. Well, anyway, so that was my testing out video here. There we go. Yeah. The testing on the live streams is only a test. I gotta also be consistent, exactly, and figure out a day of the week, I think, where I just consistently live stream, maybe Sundays. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a poll. I put out a lot of these poll questions, but this is Bon Jovi week. So I've been doing nothing but Bon Jovi stuff. So once we're done with Bon Jovi week, then I can get back to the regular rigmarole. But hey, man, got to go ahead and respect rest in peace, Alec, Alec John Such. Here we go. Hey, there we go. Hey, Linda. Yo, hey, how's it going? Linda has been here from I don't know about day one, but definitely very in the early stages for sure. I was just testing out the thing, the live stream thing, and so on. And what I've noticed also, one comment that really hit me hard last weekend. I was like in one of the chat rooms somewhere. You get sort of transported in this room, that room. You're just basically, and someone put a comment which I didn't. It just hit me hard. But I guess a lot of people. This person made a comment something like, what they do is that they'll jump on YouTube and they'll see who's streaming, and they'll pick the one that seems the most interesting or seems the funnest or drama or something, And so it's like a competition kind of thing. And again, I'm not doing it for the views or anything like that, but it kind of hit me hard. Like, whoa, I got to go ahead and raise up the game here, if I want to get the viewers to come. But then again, I mean, if I sell out and go ahead and start doing what other folks are doing, then it's just going to be like I'm working, which I don't want. Who wants to feel like they're working when they're on YouTube? Okay, live stream on a regular date would. Okay, live stream on a regular date would probably be a smart decision. Okay, hey, how's it going, Iga, my friend? All right, yeah, I'm trying to figure out strategies on how to go ahead and sort of build this channel. Don't worry, I'm not going to lose any sleep, if I don't build this channel or whatever. But it's definitely something to kind of consider. Yeah, I think I like this idea right here. Live stream on a regular date, like a day of a week or something. I don't know if evening, what time is popular. I don't know if like this time, if it's too late. I have no idea. I'm going to live stream this weekend. It's decided. The votes are in. We're going Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in honor for Bon Jovi. It's prime time Sunday, New Jersey time, right? They're from New Jersey. But maybe Sunday at 7 might be a good time. But then again, are folks eating dinner like on the? I don't know. It's hard to actually pick a time. I'm on the West Coast, so it's always earlier. All right, right on. Okay, cool. You can go give free advice. There you go. Okay. No, I've done that before though. I mean, I've asked like, hey, does anyone want to go ahead and call in or jump on? Of course, I can't give specific details and so on. But what I can do is go ahead and, I'll put the light back on. I can kind of give generalities and so on. And I don't know, personally, if I saw like a doc online here, and I had like a general question, I would take advantage of that. I would just jump on and say, just ask, this guy seems like a nice guy. He seems pretty cool, laid back, but no one has really taken me on that, which is cool with me. It doesn't worry about me, matter to me, I should say. But yeah, maybe something like that though. Maybe like a sort of an advice kind of thing. I just gotta have the people though calling or, asking, what do you think about this situation? It's center time here in Houston, Texas. Okay. Right on. Hey, you can always analyze the drama channels. Right. But the sad is, it's really nothing to analyze. It's just simple. It's just like, okay, these folks are just, how do you say? They're out there for secondary gain. Whether it's, in the end, it'll go out the money, monetary sort of, monetary plays. Yeah, and the channels that you look at that you say, okay, I don't know if they're reliable, are the ones that are blasting their, Cash App and Venmo, and what do you call it, PayPal and Patreon. Those are the ones that, okay, are you really doing this for the passion of the subject matter you're discussing, or are you kind of doing it more for yourself, let's see, what is this? You actually did give advice. Oh yeah, that's right. There you go. Linda's basically my secondhand. Linda, you should co-host the show with me. You should definitely co-host the show. Yes, I did. Yes, I did do a live stream on that. I covered sleep issues. I had to recently do a lot of CMEs. Maybe I can just bust those out, like pick a topic, and I did a CME the other day about antidepressant sexual dysfunction. Maybe just do a quick live stream on that. Boom, boom, boom. Again, but these are not sexy topics, and I don't even know if people want to hear. People only want to hear about fighting and, with one another. Like these insignificant people that no one's heard about in real life. These creators from, I don't know where they're from. That's really all they really attract. At least the community that I've been kind of lumped in, which is fine. I don't care. Yes, excuse my typos. Hey, no problem. There's no typos here. That's green wall, but confession time. Look, I got this because there's this big old thing, light here. So yeah, it's an eyesore. So that's why. And it's doing its job, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. What do you guys think of the darker stuff? Are you guys a big fan of that or no? I did a couple of dark videos. I'm not sure. I know it's like some people really love it and others really hate it. There's no like in between. I don't know. I've always wanted to go ahead and do a little more of that stuff. But perfect. I used to get CEOs in order to get my code certificate. That gets me. I know, right? I had to really go around because those CMEs. I'm not part of the APA. It costs like several $100s a year. Close to like, I mean, both federal and state. It can run close to $1,000. No kidding. And in this day and age, who wants to spend that much money for just a title? You're a member of the APA. No disrespect to that organization, but it really doesn't benefit me at all. So I just kind of go around and kind of go to the library at my college and photocopy these articles, because otherwise, if I was a member of the APA, I had to pay like $35 for each little article to read to take quizzes on. Who's going to pay $35 for an article? Not this guy. I'm sorry. I'm not Mr. Moneybags. Hey, I'm not Mr. Monopoly guy here. I know. It definitely can get very, very expensive for sure. Definitely. And yes, I do agree right here. Definitely, for sure. We can talk about what you feel or think about minors at that drag show. What? There was a drag show? Feel or think about minors at that drag show. I'm not sure what show you're talking about. Definitely a show that I've never been a part of or went to. That's for sure. I do get though minors though, like that will now come and they're at that whole transgender, which I've seen more and more of, which again, nothing, I'm not knocking it and whatnot, but I do get a little suspicious. To me, it seems like it's like 10 years ago, it was the emo phase, how you had a lot of these folks that are kind of copycats and kind of they like to show, kind of go with that. There was a phase, go through these phases. There was a phase where I was seeing patients and Big Bang Theory is popular, and all of a sudden, everyone come in and they claim they had Asperger's. I guess that was a cool thing. And I always wondered, okay, is this some sort of phase, this sort of transgender? And that's what I got to really, good night. Hey, no problem. Definitely for sure. This weekend, definitely Sunday, it's going down. That's what I'm looking forward to. Miss you too, 7 p.m. If you can join, great. If you can't, it's also awesome. No worries. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit for sure. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I just can't remember what that was called. Yeah, I don't know. The drag show. I don't know exactly what that's called. RuPaul's Drag Race. Is that what it is? It's going to Discovery. Sorry, Discovery Plus. I remember there's like this show or this thing, like it's hilarious. It's like maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, and someone like said in the comments, "Hey, you should do an analysis on cuties." And I'm like, "Oh wow, that's very tasty. I love cuties; they're very tasty. I eat them all the time." And that person like, "What the?" It's a documentary on these like little girls or something, and I'm like, "Huh? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the little oranges you get at Walmart. What are you talking about?" Yeah, it was kind of awkward and stuff. Yeah, I'm so out of it, and I don't keep up with any of this kinds of fashions or topics or whatever. But yeah, no, it's good to see you guys here. We're gonna do a lot of changes on this channel, that's for sure. First things first, though, we're gonna pick a time, be a little more consistent. Maybe make it a little bit more, maybe more nights, I guess, per week if I can. Let's see. You didn't hear about that? No, I did not hear about that drag queen event that happened in Dallas. No. Was that something that was popular? Drag queen event happened in Dallas. Now I'm kind of curious here. Drag queen event? Right on. I'm kind of curious. Drag queen Dallas. event. Dallas. Wonder what that was all about. Okay, I have to look into that. Oh wow, Dallas drag queen event for kids. Whoa, for kids. Okay. Now I know why. Okay, I'm really now surprised in Dallas. Dallas. I mean, Governor Abbott and so on. Wow, how do they even get that sort of through in that community? How do they get that approved? My goodness. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I may actually want to look into that for sure. I did. Yeah, I may want to do that. Wow. Mrs. Danvers says, oh, thanks for asking, Mrs. Danvers. It went really great. I actually am going to do a live stream video. Not tonight because I didn't announce it. But definitely, it went really well. Actually, I had 2 interviews. I got another interview also coming up around the horizon too. That's popped up too. But yeah, no, I mean, the interviews went really well. I didn't even prepare for it. When I made my last video where, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I was literally like dancing and listening to rocking out the Bon Jovi. That was all true. That was not made for any views, nothing. It's really what I was doing the night before those 2 interviews. No joke. That's what I did. Was listen to Bon Jovi. Didn't even think about it. Didn't listen, because after many interviews, it becomes like sort of rote memorization, just repetitive, kind of mundane, and it's pretty much all the same. Linda gave some great advice. Yes, you got to exude a certain sense of confidence, but there's other tactics and strategies, which in a future live stream or video, I'm going to definitely reveal, because you want to go ahead and get them to go ahead and watch you and want them to leave the interview thinking, okay, that's the person we want here. And those interviews, I was definitely successful. My recruiter said, yeah, they definitely want you on board. Now it's a matter of just picking which one I want and so on. And probably put the 2 against each other and maybe go with the higher sort of one that's offering more. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Transgender teen activist Jazz Jennings hosted a drag show to raise money for a friend's gender competition. Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to look into that for sure, because this is a topic, and I'll be honest with you. Look, I mean, I still am kind of, if I had to pick a weak area of medicine, it's this right here. I've got to still kind of master and study just the different sort of types and sexualities. And I think there's like a cissexual, CIS, and all these things, and the pronouns and all that. And I've had patients who came in and, they would say, hey, call me by this name, call me by Alex. But when my mom comes back into the room, then refer to my real name as Jordan, so you got to be really careful, and I respect them and so on. But I'll be honest, I did a couple of times. I still do kind of get tripped up with all the different sort of nuances, with the different sort of the fluidity of the sexuality and so on. That's something I actually may live stream and kind of just break it down and maybe learn along the way, because that's something that I'm not really the best at yet, but I will get there though over time. Sure, I'll try at least. So maybe you can answer how come. Well, all right. Look, okay. Here's a good question. Kate does crime. Psych Guy, maybe you can answer. Hi, Kate does crime. Maybe you can answer this. How come certain people with cluster B personality disorder are drawn to self-destruction on YouTube? I see a lot of it. Yeah, look, very great question. And I guess while I'm here, I guess I'll go ahead and answer. It looks like people are joining in. Originally, it's going to go ahead and be a testing thing. But no, that's no problem. So the first question is, okay, do we actually think that these individuals actually have, cluster B personality disorders? And, I've gotten burned before. Well, I have never officially, said this person has this diagnosis or that person. I don't want to come out because, well, number one, I haven't really evaluated the person, did a complete interview with them, looked at their backgrounds or documentation or whatever. But you're right though, Kate. I mean, you can kind of sense, like, just from people's behaviors or statements more so, and maybe behaviors if they're live streaming, through, if you can see them, or just the way they sort of, portray themselves. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these folks, they do kind of exhibit like a lot of the cluster B. Cluster B, by the way, there's 3 types of clusters, personality disorders, and cluster B is more the dramatic sort of flaring type of personality disorder. in that class, you have antisocial, borderline, histrionic, and narcissistic. I'm not going to lie. I have seen a lot of folks use that term, narcissistic, overly used here on YouTube. Like everyone's a narcissist, you know, and it really rubs me the wrong way, because I actually mentioned in my last live stream, there's only a certain percentage of society that are narcissists. You know, not everyone can be narcissists, but for some reason, everyone is overdiagnosing. Borderline also, I've seen that too, but not so much as narcissists. I think it's just these folks who are trying to play armchair psychiatrist or psychologist, or which is fine, whatever. You know, your question is how come certain people with cluster B personalities are drawn to self-destruction? I guess the best way to answer that is, you know, with YouTube, yeah, I mean, the bread and butter of YouTube is there's a lot of, I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of drama in these sort of, you know, crime channels and whatnot. And along with the drama comes with, you know, self-destruction and just the instability and so on. And these cluster B personalities is just likened to sort of what their style is, the sort of affective instability or their mood instability and their overall lack of sort of emotional self-regulation. We call it emotional dysregulation. So I guess it's kind of like just a sort of a symbiotic relationship, sort of, I guess, the two sort of mesh well together, sort of on a basis of like, you know, familiarity, like, I get, what's that phrase? Like, I'm blanking out here. It's kind of late here right now. But the gangs kind of roll with one another. There's a phrase about that, but it's just basically their comfort level. They're used to it. They're used to it. Probably, my guess, that probably a lot of these folks in their real lives. And again, I don't know any of these people that well. I haven't really studied them that well. I don't really watch them. I'll put it in the background while I'm cleaning here and there, but I don't really know them. But my guess that a lot of these folks do have backgrounds and histories where they have engaged in a lot of self-destructive behaviors. They have probably had a lot of failures in their lives, which you see with folks with the cluster B personality. So it kind of fits hand in glove, you know. It's just what they're used to and what they're sort of unconsciously attracted to. It's just kind of part of their routine. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they do have like relationship problems, histories, divorces, drug issues, conduct or law issues with the law, trouble, records, felonies. And again, I'm not knocking them or judging them, but this is also, YouTube's a place also where they're attracted to this place because they can probably, even though a lot of these folks, I'm sure, probably will say they've changed or that's in the past or whatever. No, I mean, this is an avenue, a forum to where they can sort of continue those sort of maladaptive behaviors and sort of make their egos feel more, I guess, for lack of a better word, more comfortable and more at ease because it's something that they're very, very highly familiar with and so on. So if anything, this YouTube drama, this YouTube channel and the YouTube platform, that's the word, platform, is something that they really, really are gravitate to in life, because in the real world, they cannot get away with half the stuff that they do, you know, like really, I mean, here on YouTube, they can do a lot of stuff, you know, I mean, no one's going to be reported. No one's going to get in trouble also. Like how many times have you seen the bullying, the cyberbullying? I'm sure if you report it, it goes nowhere, right? Or the doxing, you know, or, you know, anything. They get away with a lot here on YouTube. And really all that happens, I mean, YouTube to me seems like they're more focused on like myself, who really has no history, who tries to get along with everyone and tries to, you know, be very pacifist. But they're more focused on someone like myself who, despite being, you know, having a clean record and whatnot, putting like songs, you know, like music. Oh no, this guy's put like 3, you know, songs that are, you know, copyright issues or whatever. Let's go ahead and, you know, take his channel down, as opposed to really the more pertinent issues, I think, which are factor in A, B. You can't even say, you can't see the A word, you know, A, B, U, S. You can't even say that, right? So I guess, sorry, that's a long-winded way to answer your question. But I do see that too, for sure. So that's a great observation for sure. And especially see that in the crime drama scenario. And I see that, I see it a lot for sure, especially in the cases that are being looked at, like Chris Watts and Summer Wells. Yeah, those are the main ones that I see that. Bingo, you got it. All right, cool. Yep. But I might do a more in-depth video about that, explain that, because that's a really great question for sure. Okay. Have you had? Here's a question. Yep. I thought you had your own practice. That's a great question. I'm basically expanding. So like, it's rare to see like a psychiatrist that is just doing one thing. A lot of now psychiatrists these days, a lot of my colleagues, they're basically, working at multiple different places, multiple different jobs. I know one guy who's like in Miami. This is no joke, but he's like working 7 days a week, and he's like pulling in $1 million. I would never do that because he's working like a dog, 7 days a week, like crazy hours, like I don't know, let's see, 80 hours or something like that. Sure, he's pulling $1 million a year, but look at his life. He's 7 days a week because he has no time to do anything, right? But we like to go ahead and dabble, like a little here, a little there, hospital, private, community, a little mixture of plethora, child, adolescent, just basically totaling like 40 hours or whatever full time. At least those are my colleagues that I deal with. It's rare to see someone that's only doing one job at one location and so on. All right, here we go. I thought I never got that impression. Okay, all right. Okay, there's a lot going on in outfield in trans study. My license renews in August, and I still have to cover X amounts of CEUs. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna definitely look into that more and just. I had to do like 30 CMEs, and I already finished that. And I had to choose different categories. Like I think I did a poll question once where I said, you guys pick the last one for me. And it was anxiety, eating disorders, neurocognitive. And to be honest with you, like I had to do 30 out of this list, and I kind of avoided like the transition because I'm kind of weak in that. So if you fail so many of those quizzes, though, then that will affect your board certification status and whatnot. I didn't want to fail, but now I'm done with that. So I'm going to definitely now jump into and study more about the trans because I got to really, really master that in order to optimize my ability to sort of practice in real life. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the true crime. Yes, exactly. Kate does crime. You see that a lot for sure. It's really, I mean, I can't tell you how many folks I see. I call them frauds. There was this one guy. I don't even know why people tune to some of these guys. Like there's this one guy. Like this guy again. I don't know these people, but like it was ridiculous. This guy was like talking about Summer Wells, and throughout the entire time he was like putting T-shirts and post or what you call it, packages, and like he was working like basically asking for more money, buying my products, and I think he was selling soap or something. It's like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on? Are we going to talk about the soap and the T-shirt, or are we going to talk about the little girl that's been missing? And what has been done? She hasn't even been found. It was like the weirdest thing. I didn't get it. But anyway, not to badmouth anyone. People don't understand. Okay, Mrs. Danvers. People don't understand that all humans display narcissistic behaviors. It's not about. Yes, that's a very great point, Mrs. Danvers. For sure, you can definitely have narcissistic behaviors, traits. You don't have to have the actual condition or disorder. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people say, "Oh, that's got narcissistic personality," or he's a narcissist and whatnot. Now, if they said, and maybe I'm splitting hairs here, but if he said, "Oh, he's got narcissistic-like traits," hey, that's better. That's better, well put. But when they say, "Oh, that guy's a narcissist," just because they don't like that person or they get along, no, you don't know that for sure. A, B, you're not even licensed to even diagnose anyone in the first place. C, even if you're licensed, you haven't even done conducted a basic interview with that individual. So why are you even saying that? But I like exactly, you're spot on. If they display some behaviors, everything is a spectrum, whether it's, narcissistic personality disorders, PDD, bipolar mood disorders, anxiety. I like to think of a lot of things, pathologies as in spectrums. So it kind of makes things easier. Nothing is black or white. It's gray, right? Okay. Wow. This is like more than I actually had last weekend. Can you give a real description of narcissism then? The DSM-5. I mean, I don't have the DSM-5 I don't have it memorized. I'm not like David Koresh, where David Koresh memorized the Bible. Believe it or not, he like memorized the Bible backwards and forwards. I'm not going to pretend and say, yeah, I know it, like the back of my head. But it's in the DSM-5. The DSM-5 is basically like the Bible, the Quran, whatever you want to call it for we fellow eggheads that we look at, clinicians, and so on. But basically, I mean, really, if I had to say it in one sentence, I mean, it's hard. Lack of empathy, and high egocentrism. I guess that's the best way I can say it. But there's different criteria and so on. That it'll probably be better to kind of go in the book there. That's affecting your overall, impeding the overall functioning. Yes, their social and/or occupational functioning. All right. How can you tell if someone suffers with ADHD? What are the quick signs you look for? These are great questions. You guys are coming hard tonight. I didn't study tonight. Hey, I didn't study for this. I was probably going to play my Bon Jovi video. No, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. You guys rock. So, again, another great question. Honestly, this is not to brag or boast, but if I did go out in public and I did see someone, say on the subway or on the bus, yes, I can definitely, I'm sure other clinicians here, nurses, social workers probably would agree. More than likely, if they've seen it time and time again, they can kind of pick out who's got ADHD, who doesn't, and so on. But the quick signs I look for, really, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It depends on the type of ADHD. There's 3 types: the ADHD hyperactive impulsivity type, the hyperactivity inattentive type, and the ADHD hyperactive impulsive type, the ADHD inattentive type, and the last one, the most common one, is the ADHD combined type. That's the most common one, the last one. But really, it's hard to spot out the inattentive type because those are more internalizing symptoms. Internalizing symptoms are the symptoms that you cannot see being displayed. The externalizing symptoms are more like the hyperactivity, the hyperkinesis, the movements, and so on. So those are the ones that I can really pick out. You know, the little boy just running all over, you know, or even like, you know, the teenagers just really kind of, you know, hyper animated and just very impulsive. Of course, a lot of teenagers are impulsive. But when it gets to the point where it really affects their functioning, and it's though very hard to kind of tell, though, I'm gonna be honest, because you've got to capture that in 2 different domains. You just can't go ahead and capture it in one setting, like in the school setting or in the home setting. It's got to be both in school and in home. So it's got to be more than one setting. But I've gotten to the point now in my career where, again, it's not to brag or anything like that, but I can go ahead and look at someone and say, okay, more than likely in my mind, okay, that person probably has ADHD, or that person probably doesn't, you know, that sort of nature. The inattentive type, though, is more the harder. You see that more with females. The hyperactive impulsive type is more males. But the inattentive type is definitely the one that's tougher to sort of pick out, understandably so, because they're not externalizing signs here. Okay, you and Mosa Man is a drum. You and I know, right? Yeah, I missed that chat. Yeah, Iga, there's a community. Curious Rose has a great channel, and sometimes we'll pop up, you know, and do catch that live stream and so on. And this gentleman named Mosa Man, just basically they do these long live streams though, like 7, 8, 9 hours, and I can't hang. Maybe back in the day when I was younger, but not anymore, you know. Cluster B, yeah. Cluster A, there's 3 types: cluster A, cluster B, cluster C. Cluster A is more, these are personality disorders. Cluster A is more the odd, eccentric types. There's 3 of them: schizoid, schizotypal, and paranoid. Cluster B is the overly dramatic ones. There's four of them: borderline, antisocial, narcissistic, and histrionic. And the last one is more of the kind of, there's 3 of them. It's more of the sort of, how do you say, I guess, anxious kind of neurotic sort of, yeah, the neurotic ones. And those are avoidant, OCPD, obsessional compulsive personality disorder, and dependent personality disorder. So there you go. Yeah, they can get this crime. Yeah, they can get away with a lot more stuff on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's what happens. I guarantee you that if there's more regulations and more kind of a limit setting to more, how do you say it, penalties and so on, yeah, they would not that. But this is what they love, you know. They can get away with it time and time again. They can get away with the scamming. They can get away with the harassment. They can get away with the bullying. They can get away with so much more, you know. It's ridiculous. That's why I like to stay away from all that stuff, because not only is it a waste of my time, but it's just, and these folks that come out, you know, like, where did you come from? First off, you know, you're not even, what do you have to offer? These folks in real life, who are doing all this stuff, if they were to go ahead and, they would not even get any sort of attention in real life, talking about this stuff. It's only here on the YouTube, the drama that gets attention. And poor guys, I feel bad, and again, not knocking down anyone, but, like that guy I was talking about earlier, again, I don't know these people, but, overly talking about the Summer Wells case, next, going ahead and mailing, spending the time. And maybe that was just one video I saw, because I was trying to do a Summer Wells video. And so I was researching and I was looking at, Summer Wells. And I'm thinking I need to get some more information. And I ran into some channels, and there's this one guy who was just putting stuff in packages. Like, I thought to myself, wait, this guy's poor guy. Maybe, he doesn't have much, in terms of content. I don't like the fact he's using her name. That's not cool, okay. But then again, maybe it was one night where I caught this person where it was just a fluke kind of video, and normally he does talk about the case, and so I really can't say much on that. So I don't know, but the reality is a lot of these folks, they don't have much to offer, though. I don't think, and I think a lot of these folks, though, and I'm guilty as charged too. I'll go ahead and listen, to the drama stuff, because it's kind of exciting. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, who doesn't like train wrecks? But on the same token, you're not going to catch me spending 6 hours in front of this computer, chatting like in the chat room or whatever, and wasting my time when I can use those 6 hours and spend it on, family or, errands or, being productive in real life, because the last thing you want is just, unless if you're on vacation, you want to have fun, but why would anyone on vacation want to, hang on YouTube, so I don't know. Here we go. Nina Pina, yes. Okay, spot on. Okay, I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but hey guys, show some. Thank you so much. All right, hey, so thank you so much, Linda. That would be an awesome video. Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, yeah, I'm telling you, I got line in my back card here for sure. I'm gonna definitely do. I'm really eyeing number one is I definitely want to do a Chris Watts video. I mean, that definitely. Someone has got to really stand up for those kids. And I don't understand. I mean, maybe I'm missing something here. I'm sorry if I'm going off on a tangent. If you guys watched my last video, it was last weekend. By the way, catch my Bon Jovi video this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we count on Bon Jovi's greatest hits videos, all his hits, ranking them. But my last video, I went on a tangent at the very end. I was talking about like these folks, the Chris Watts community. That really makes me upset when they're putting all these pictures of the two girls. I mean, the guy killed them. He killed the mom. She was like carrying, and then the two daughters, and then like what bothers me is also is like attacking the mom. There's just so much hatred towards. I think her name's Shanann. So I'm probably gonna do a video where I'm gonna explain what is the psychology. Where is that hatred coming from? There is a reason, by the way, for sure. There are multiple reasons of why there's a lot of hatred towards her. I mean, this woman didn't do anything to them, yet she died, So why is there so much hatred? And I haven't seen any of the, and there's a lot of bashing, her family and so on. And again, I'm not in the middle. I don't know anything about her family and so on. But from the little I can kind of piece together and gather is that they probably don't like the family's behaviors, but then again, I mean, my guess that probably the families are upset because you're using, without our consent, footages, film pictures, and so on. Why are you putting pictures on the thumbnails of the little girls, That's not one way to honor someone's legacy, by blasting it every day or every couple of days. It's very disrespectful. And I bet you $1 million, I haven't seen, what the creators' explanations are for that, but I bet you they either say, oh, it's a couple of things. Number one, either they'll say something like, oh, it's because we want to honor the legacy of the family, what happened to them, of the poor girls. Or B, they say something like, oh, well, we're only doing that just to go ahead and heighten the intensity of what happened to them. It's no disrespect. It's only in love, but the reality is they can blur out the pictures. That's what I did when I covered the SL, the Sophie case. Every single one of my thumbnails, it was blurred out. They don't blur it out, though, because they want to invoke emotionality. They want to go ahead and invoke emotions from the people so they can go ahead and click on it, That's what they're targeting. They want to go ahead and get the money, right? They want to get the views and so on. They could care less. So really, are they really truly doing it for the family per se for the legacy. Well, hey, here's an idea. Why don't you go ahead and do a video just highlighting the wonders of one of the little girls. I think one of them is named Bella. I think the other one's named Cece, I believe. Why don't you make a video and just showcase, okay, the positive traits that you see in this girl and the positive traits you see in this girl. That'll be a great way to commemorate them. No, but instead they're coming out these videos, these goofy videos where they're just going ahead and trying to analyze, well, hold on here. Maybe there's something that no, the guy confessed. The guy is more than likely, I'm not going to mention the diagnosis because people are going to, oh, what are you doing? But if anything, if there was other folks involved, he more than likely probably would have turned, on them. Okay. Let me put it that way. So that's what I'm really upset about. So, maybe I'm seeing it wrong or whatever. Maybe I don't know all the facts, but all I know is that if I was like that woman's family, and all of a sudden these folks, these strangers are putting up video after video, and when it's been like 3 or 4 years later, it only rehashes memories, and they're just using the names, just to kind of get more clout and so on. I would be really with them saying, hold on here. This is not cool. What are you doing here? A lot of times people also will take a contrarian position because you can always find that sort of opposite sort of group that is a silent they think it's a silent majority, but in reality it's a silent minority, but there's still a group that they can go ahead and attract and so on. So they realize, okay, there's so much competition on this one side. Let me take a contrarian position so that I'm the only sole person or one or two people that can capture these people right here, get them. Okay, boom, I got right here a quick way to increase my sort of sub count and so on. That's how they do it. It's all just a game that they take advantage of. That's all it is. Let's see here. Who's going to enforce the law? Well, the reality is that honestly, really, unless if you're like, say, like a Logan Paul or one of these like PewDiePie or someone with like, I don't know, 12 million subscribers or 20 million subscribers. Really, honestly, YouTube doesn't care about like myself or even the folks. I mean, I'm a small channel. Like I'm less than 10,000 subscribers. I'm 3,000 subscribers. And even like folks that are like 20,000, 30,000, YouTube really doesn't care about these folks. It's only once you get to the million because everything revolves around money. And YouTube's going to go ahead and really focus more so on the ones that are pulling in the most money through ad revenue and so on, and clicks, right? The more, clicks on these channels or whatever, the more money they get from ads, advertisements. So they're going to go ahead and, worry more about the Jake Pauls, the Logan Pauls, and, the PewDiePies and all these folks with the over, I don't know, 5, 20 million, whatever subscribers. And these small channels like myself, and even like the folks that are 10,000, 20,000, they could care less. They're not going to pay attention to that. So that's why these guys and gals are getting away with it because YouTube's like, well, whatever, I'm not worried about that. They're not even bringing in that much money for us and so on. So, and even like, I think the big channels, even if they did that, I think it'll be like a slap on the wrist because they don't want to go ahead and cut out that cash cow, they're getting. That's just my opinion though. Please quick define cluster B, says Iga. Cluster B personality disorders are the ones that are more the dramatic personality disorders, more the kind of, flared up kind of personality disorders. Borderline personality disorders, one where it's like, it's commonly mistaken for bipolar, where you have that sort of affective instability, the mood instability and so on. The impulsivity, they're more of the sort of impulsive type disorders also. Borderline, the histrionic, very dramatic for the theatrics, right? That's the attention seeking. A lot of folks refer to as the Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian disorder, where there's, flaring for the attention, the spotlight. And then, narcissist personalities are also falls in this category, and antisocial. Those are more like where they're just focused on themselves, and there's a lack of empathy towards society, especially the antisocial. So I guess that's the best way to quickly do a quick definition, even though it wasn't quick. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, wow, we've got a lot of comments here. I guess we'll just keep going then. Why not? Wow, 7 days a week. No, I'm not gonna do 7 days a week. No, I'm not gonna do 7 days a week. No. Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe if it gets to the point there is going to be a way that I'm going to get more subscribers to come in, or more folks to come in. And let me put it this way. You would be foolish if I start live streaming and I do this method. Over time, folks would be foolish not to jump in. And I don't want to say too much what I'm going to reveal, but it's going to definitely bring in more traffic for sure. And it's not a way to cheat the system or anything like that. It's just a way because I like to teach and educate. And it's a way to kind of bring in folks so that I can educate more, because that's the overall purpose of this channel. That's why I created this channel 2.5 years ago. It's educate. I never asked for super chats. I never asked for donations. I never e-bag. I'm not going to go ahead and, put anyone in guilt trip and say, hey, because honestly, this is kind of easy. What I'm doing right now, anyone can go ahead and talk on a microphone and, jibber jabber and so on. I just happen to have a little bit of knowledge because I work in the field I work in. I feel like education should be free. And these folks that are live streaming, I don't get it when they're saying like, they put in their cash apps or donations. It's not that hard work, to be honest. Yes, there's time invested and so on. But okay, if I were to go ahead and donate to you, I said this last time in my last video that I live streamed, but if I'm going to donate to you, then I expect that you're going to go ahead and show up on time, and you're not going to go ahead and move your future video. You know how sometimes you'll go ahead and you like a creator that you like, and all of a sudden they're say, this video is going to be put out, Sunday at 7 p.m. and you show up there, and then next, they cancel it, or they just move it to like 3 hours later. It's like, whoa, what happened here, dude? I moved my schedule to go ahead and listen to you. I'm a loyal subscriber, loyal fan of your channel, and you're like, cancel it now on me. You reschedule for next week or later on. So that's why I don't like a super chat. If I want to super chat and give you money, then I expect you to go ahead and you better make your commitments and show that you're going to come on time, especially I'm paying you. Just like when I pay my cable bill, I'm going to expect the Simpsons is going to show on 6 o'clock on this channel, right? So, but we never asked for any of that here in this channel, that's for sure. Look at that. There we go. Kate does crimes definitely on top of it. She's got it. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Cluster B right there. Boom, boom. Histrionic, personality, borderline, narcissistic, and antisocial PD. Right on. Boom. I wonder if she's got a psychology background. All right. Have you watched Critical K? No. Yes. Nina Bina, thank you for the comment. Yes. It's funny you mentioned that. Yes, I have, but only one for one series. Okay, so here's what happened. Okay, there was this case 2 years ago. My great friend who's here tonight, Linda, wonderful person. She actually works in the same field I do. And she made a referral to the Sophie case. I'm just saying her first name. I think we all know what it is, and it was a great, interesting case. But from the get-go, it was so obvious, it seemed very sort of staged, and there were so many red flags. And so I was one of the few that said, okay, one of the few creators, I should say, that said, okay, what is this? This seems kind of, CK is Critical K. She was also one of the few, I think, in the beginning. Yes. And I believe there's another one. I'm talking, creators that I can remember. I want to say there was someone named Mommy's Rambling Blog. I believe she was also, but there was like 3 of us compared to the dozens of other folks that were on the other side. Believe the Child, blah, blah, blah. You had all these folks, and there's mainly these 3 channels that you can tell that they were just riled up, and they're like, talking about these tests that, you gotta believe the girl, and there's a SANE exam, blah. But no, I do remember, to answer your question, I do remember Critical K. I've only seen her doing that sort of thing. There was one infamous debate on my channel. It was with a guy named Truthy. I don't know if you guys know who this person I'm talking to, but it's in one of my videos, and I debated him, and I just he was basically saying a lot of, just fluff and BS and lies and so on. So I he basically called me out, tried to pin me and said, oh, you sound like Critical K. And I'm like, oh, I don't know who you're talking about. Who's Critical J? Trying to show that, so I basically lied, faked it, and I sort of trapped him, and it was pretty funny. But no, I only know her of that. I don't know her other stuff. I didn't follow. I don't know if she's still around. I don't know. I do know also she's got the same mic that I have right here. So yeah. But that's the only thing. That's all I know about her. I don't have much time to watch videos on YouTube and so on. But yeah, that's Critical K. There you go. Now, okay, here's Ega says, now do therapists see other therapists? Great question. You guys are putting good questions on a Thursday night. Yes. Honestly, they actually tried to make that a sort of a rule, like, well, I can only speak on the behalf of like residency, because I'm a psychiatrist. I had to go through medical school and then residency. And so back in the day, a lot of my sort of supervisors, older sort of doctors in the field, and even therapists, they were kind of forced to get supervision and seek therapy. Go to get therapy themselves before they can do therapy on anyone else. But now it's not like a hard and fast rule, so nothing is forced. I think it's a great idea for that to happen. I think that everyone should have therapy. That's just my own opinion. There's no one is perfect. So I do think, honestly, that therapy is a very great treatment modality to go ahead and, resolve any unresolved conflicts that may be present, internally in someone. But yeah, so to answer your question, Iga, yes, therapists see other therapists, but it's not required or mandatory. But I think it's a great idea for that to happen. Yeah. All right. Okay, here we go. Nina Bina. Are most narcissistic people always master manipulators? That's another great question. And I guess the simple answer is yes. I mean, just look at the term narcissist. It was named after a Greek god, I believe. I can't remember back in my mythology days. I took it in college, way back in the Mesozoic era, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. But no. Yes, they in general, yes, they are manipulating. They are trying to feign the environment to suit their needs, their primitive needs. And yes, in general, yes, they are master manipulators. And no matter what the context, they'll take advantage. Even close ones, loved ones. See that a lot in folks that will engage, that will go ahead and do the DV towards others. And I've noticed that also here on YouTube. I don't know what it is, but I've noticed that a lot of my audience who are watching and so on, they are victims of DV, which I really respect and appreciate. And it seems like a lot of folks here have been victimized, and that's why I love being on this platform. Just anything I can do to help. I might actually want to do a little bit more video series on. I don't think I have made any videos on narcissism or anything like that. So I might want to talk about it. Actually, maybe next live, maybe I'll do a video on that or two on narcissism. But yeah, yes, they are mass manipulators. Yes, correct. Let's see. Good night. Okay, so the phenomenon around Summer Wells is bizarre. The people talking directly to her, trying to search for her, selling merch, put it on memorial service. It seems. I agree with that. Thank you so much. Good. It's good to see you by the way. It's good. It's always good to see you, my friend. I like always seeing you. I like seeing everyone here. Again, this is unplanned, but yes, it is very strange. And that's definitely. I think that might be a great video to do on, because in some ways it is bizarre. In other ways it's obvious. In another way it's sort of disgusting. And then it's all the above, right? She's been missing for 1 year. You always wonder, okay, what can these folks on YouTube, what can they really do? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all about awareness. I'm all about, advertising, trying to help out. But the reality is, what can we do, like these creators, really? I mean, in the Summer Wells case, what can they really do? I mean, even if let's just say hypothetically they live in I think she's from Tennessee. Even if they lived in Tennessee, okay, you're 1 year out. What can you really do? I mean, you go down there, you don't have any training. You're not in law enforcement. You probably work as, and again, I'm just overgeneralizing. You probably work as a used patio furniture salesman. Who knows? I don't know. But how can you really help out Summer Wells? I mean, aside from maybe the awareness, okay, you got your platform. I mean, you've got like, I don't know, 10,000 subs, or maybe let's just say at best, I'm going to guess 50,000 subs, but still, I mean, they're not even all localized in Tennessee. The police is already handling the case. They're aware of it. It's been 1 year out. Who are these people that are still talking about? Why are you continuously, your content every time is about this girl? These grown men just keep talking about it again and again and again and again. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of like me, like if I were like this week here in Psychic, it's Bon Jovi week, but it'd be kind of sort of weird where every week it's Bon Jovi week. And I'm just talking about Bon Jovi again and again and again and again and again. And here it's been 1 year out Summer Wells, and the parents also, I don't know the case too well, but are they really even actively involved themselves? What's going on there? Are these creators, are they actually trying to search for her? What are they doing? Again, that one guy, again, I hate picking on that one guy targeting, but it was just the most bizarre thing that I've seen in a while, where it was just packaging like soap and t-shirts and stuff like that. And that was like the whole majority of it, selling merch, seem more focused on selling the merchandise, putting on these memorial services. Well, is she dead? What do you memorial? What is it? I mean, what's going on there? Yes, it's the 1 year anniversary, but give me a video where, how can you help? Tell me exactly A, B, C, D. How can you help? Just don't put these sort of, flim flam kinds of live streams where you seem like you're thrown out more of your Cash App, more of the super chat, donation, Venmo, Patreon. Give me A, B, C, D. How are you going to actually help out this girl, Because honestly, I bet you if I just did one video where I educated about, maybe the little background or maybe some psychology, I bet you probably that one video will be more helpful compared to their hundreds, dozens of videos that they probably did collectively in 1 year time. I agree with it. It just seems very bizarre and troubling. It's the best way to say it. And I'm no angel. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else, but I definitely don't, want to go ahead and victimize anyone who's missing. Why are you putting pictures of the girl all over? We know how she looks already, but is there a need to every thumbnail put the girl's face, all the time? And I don't get it. I just think it's more leaning on this inappropriateness. I agree with you, Goodegg. But I think I might do a video on her. But the Chris Watts will definitely come before the Summer Wells, because it seems like there's three cases. It's Chris Watts, Summer Wells, and the Delphi murders. It seems like those are the three hottest cases here on YouTube. And I think I have to look into it more, but I believe there's a reason why. There must be some sort of connection or pattern. I have to look into more. I don't know the Delphi murders that much, but there must be a reason why those three and those three only. I've kind of noticed also some parallels, just putting it out there. But look, the Sophie case, there was a lot of attraction towards her. Summer case, it doesn't take really that huge stretch of imagination to figure out what's the commonality there, you wonder about those kinds of things. Kate Does Crime. Most people who cover Summer Wells take advantage, I believe. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, look, and again, it was at first I was kind of disgusted, mad, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of angry about it, but then I felt bad, like, dude, like what are you doing? Like, it was kind of pathetic, like, okay, like, it's just like, can you imagine if I were like, just right now, just like talking and just basically putting in the packages, like licking the envelope and just it would look like, okay, wow, psych guy, at that point I need to re-explore my life, like how did this channel come to this, like it was just, it was just bizarre. It's just and the other people there also, it's not only that person, but there's other folks, some are nothing. They'll put the hashtag, and I've watched a couple of videos and it's nothing. It's like they're talking about all these other people, these other characters that have nothing to do with the girl. Like, who are these other people? I watch and enjoy the drama on YouTube. Yes, I agree. Hey, Goodegg, if you called me earlier, I'm not going to lie here. I'm completely transparent. I'm not have nothing to hide here. No. Hey, I listen to drama also. Like, I said this last weekend. I'm going to say it. I said today, earlier. I'll put on some of those drama videos. Some of them will last like several hours. And I'm been off the past couple of days. Had some interviews to go to, whatever. But aside from that, I was off. I'm off tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and okay, wow, cool. There's a live stream on this person, whatever. I don't really know who these people are, but it's kind of, it's like a guilty pleasure kind of thing where it's like, okay, it's a train wreck. It's kind of fun. It makes you feel a little better about yourself. And as long as, I know that I'm being productive, I'm not spending 6 hours in front of the computer and typing and going along. No, it's in the background. It's background noise. It's either this or my Bon Jovi Greatest Hits Crossroads, CD or whatever. But no, I'll be putting that on, and yeah, and I'll listen to it, and yeah, it's definitely a guilty pleasure for sure. We're attracted as a society towards train wrecks. That's for sure. I know exactly. Okay, Dina Mina. Okay, yeah. And again, this is one person that I saw. There's a couple also, but that was the one that kind of stuck out to me. And okay, what, why am I wasting time seeing a guy licking envelopes? Like it was like bizarre. Like I was expecting. I had like no kidding. I had like a pen. I had like a little notepad. I was ready to take down notes, and all of a sudden it was like just talking about just like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and buy. Who wants to buy this thing? This soap or something? I'm like, wait, hold on. Okay, so I wrote down number 1, summer. Well, number 2, soap. Number 3, what does that do? With summer. I can't do my video properly here. I'm trying to do my research here. I want to do a new video, a new Psych Guy video, and I can't. I'm gonna talk more about soap than summer now. All right. Yes. Okay. Okay. I want to Linda. I want help. Linda says I want help, but wonder if the true professional on YouTube what the readers malpractice insurance covers. Oh, what the creators malpractice covers. Oh, yeah. I don't know. See, look, I'm a professional in real life, but no way am I going to go ahead and diagnose or treat anyone, as you know. But I didn't know if there's any other professionals out there who say that they claim they're professionals. I know there's a lot of armchair psychiatrists and therapists that pretend they are, but have no training, and they'll throw these terms like narcissistic personality, gaslighting, and what else is common? You see these sort of common terms they always overly use, and it's just yeah. But yeah, no. Are there any other professionals? I haven't come across. There's one guy that definitely like in my. I think what happened was when I started this channel, I was like kind of psychology and so on. But somehow after this, the ML Sophie case, I kind of got lumped into the true crime, which is fine. I don't mind, And for a little while, saying, okay, this is not a teach channel. This is a teach channel, but I don't know. I'm still in the crime channel. But there's one guy who does like psychiatry, psychology. He's like I'm not gonna mention name drop. I never name drop, but he's definitely he goes by his full name. He's a doctor, and I'm very proud. I'm like I haven't seen any of his videos, but he puts up video after video. He's got like a lot of followers. I want to say like over 1 million, maybe more. But he deserves it for sure because it's definitely looks like quality. It's very analytical. I only saw one of his videos, and that was the video on the Michelle Carter, I call it the eyebrow girl. But that was the one where I definitely disagreed with his take. But I have a lot of respect for him, and it's kind of cool because okay, I'm kind of like in his genre of stuff, and yeah, he's the top, of everyone in that sort of genre, and I'm very honored and proud. I would hate to be solely lumped into the T drama because there's all these like folks that I'm like, why are you even like how many subscribers and why are you, there's really nothing here, but flim flam. But all right, let's see here. Let's see. Yes. Okay, can't. All right. Clickbait. Yeah, clickbait. Yeah, a lot of these folks have clickbait for sure. Man. I don't know. It's and I'm not, and I so much don't blame the folks that are doing it. It's the people that are feeding into that, right? It's the folks that are actually giving money. Why would anyone right now? I mean, it boggles my mind. Like, I don't do any super chats for a reason. I've never done super chats at all, even though I can. I've never asked for donations. I've never put my advertise. But even like today, in this day and age, like right now, when we're in a bear market, the economy's terrible. It's down the toilet. We're in a recession. Gas is like over $5. Why would anyone want to go ahead and give money? For what? Not only, but don't feel guilty because these folks, they feel bad. Like, oh wow, this guy's creating like content and this and that. No, don't feel bad because a lot of these folks, they also like the attention. So even if you don't donate and give financially any money, at least they're getting attention. So that's something that they're getting. So let's just let them get the attention. There's no need to go ahead and have the urge to give them money and throw it at them. So I blame the folks that are donating to these guys because if I was those creators, if they have a gravy train, why would they stop it, right? I mean, that's just way. Analyze the things, same thing. Yeah, it's wasting time. Analyze the same things over and over again. Right, exactly. That's what I say, Here's Psych Guy. We're going to do different topics and so on. Like this weekend, we're going to do a top 15 Bon Jovi videos. All right. Again, please, no problem, no problem. Hey, Linda, no, I hope you get better. Speedy recovery for sure. Thoughts and prayers, no doubt, no doubt. Chris, all right. Croquet, always take the okay, interesting. And look, I don't know Croquet too well, and that's interesting. I kind of like, I also like taking the contrarian position, just because I'm the guy that, like, if there's something popular, I like to take the contrarian position just for the sake of debate, just for the sake of discussion. You know, I've done that in my life. I'm not going to lie and say, no, I'm never going, I mean, just recently, like, for example, the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. Look, I mean, I definitely, out of the two, I was kind of leaning more towards Amber Heard. I know it's not popular. It's most of the social media and the internet were pro Johnny Depp and so on. But I kind of lean more towards her because I know what the potential aftermath is probably going to happen. I think what you're going to see is you're going to probably see an increase in misogynism as a result. I think you're going to probably see the rates of DV increase. I think you're going to see a lot of folks that are going to go ahead in their minds, a lot of males, say, oh, wow, well, Mr. Johnny Depp got away, with what happened, and he was found not guilty. So it's going to be us also, and we can go ahead and not saying Johnny Depp was an abuser. I'm not saying any of that, but he did win that case. I thought it was a wash. I thought, who knows exactly. I thought both sides were guilty. I was more focused on the DV. I wish that there was more activism and more discussion about, how to go ahead and bring more awareness and so on. But it was more of a cat fight between two celebrities. And so I kind of took a little more kind of contrarian position, and it didn't go well. Oh, a lot of folks didn't like that. But I'm not looking for the sexiness. But I did see a lot of people, though, during that 6-week time span. They were just basically Depp. And my goodness, they're making even these short videos, TikTok videos, whatever, and their subs went up. They're feeding the masses. They're basically feeding whatever the masses want to hear. Johnny Depp, blah, 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 blah. And yes, if I wanted to, I can go ahead and just do that and probably double this channel in size, triple it, and so on. But I'm just going to go ahead and do what's in my heart. I'm not going to sell out, just what I feel and think and so on, and try to really advocate for the victims. Yes, Croquet takes it on. Yeah, but I don't know anything else about her stuff. I don't know, so I really can't comment much and so on. Always. All right, cool. Right. Okay, here we go. Ollie Molly says, what do you think about a licensed therapist reading SLSA documents online? Doesn't a licensed professional have to uphold ethical responsibilities even though it's a YouTube channel? Great question, Ollie Molly. And thank you for joining us tonight on this unplanned live stream here. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, really, you got to look at things. And yes, I mean, in the real world, for sure, it's definitely a no-no, okay? We all have sort of ethical responsibilities, with codes of conduct we have to abide by and so on. So yes, if YouTube was the real world and so on, yes, for sure. I agree with you. There's a thing with ethics. Yes, it's really tasteless for someone to go ahead and really, especially someone who's not really involved, intimately with the case. Well, first off, even if they were, he or she were, is the public privy to this information? And especially when, to my knowledge, the case was still going on. Well, I think it is still going on because I believe the dad, this case is still going on, right? I don't know what happened to the girl, if she's back. I'm guessing the girl is probably back with the mom, is my guess. I'm guessing probably the case is still going on. So yeah, I mean, I think it is, it bridges a question about, ethics and so on. That's the real world. The reality though, on the internet, like I said earlier, a lot of folks can get away with stuff, I mean, how much malice do you see on the internet? How much malicious activities, bullying, harassing, nonstop doxing, whatever. So ethics doesn't really play too much, it seems like, even with folks, who are professionals and so on. But I agree with you. I think for sure there's a time, place, and and even forget about ethics. I think at the end of the day, it's all about just being tactful and being respectful, and to go ahead and this is my opinion, but to read documents online. What is the point? It kind of reminds me of like those pictures people like put up of the girls for the Watts girls, right? At the end of the day, okay, what is the point of doing all of this, right? Okay, so you're reading the details of the documents online. Okay, what is your end game? What is the end result you're hoping to attain? Because it's really, you're not really educating. I mean, there's nothing here. The only argument that one can counter, I can think of, is that, oh, we want to heighten the intensity of what happened, blah, 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 or showcase that. Well, no, I mean, this is not like a WWE ring, you know, who cares about the theatrics and so on. So I don't see any sort of benefit. I see more risk than benefit in regards to doing that. So that's just my opinion. Yeah. Great, interesting question here. Let's see here. What else we got here? Oh, wow. We got, okay. Here we go. Cluster B, the over-the-top, in-your-face kinds of behaviors. But going back to this right here, but I have nothing against anyone if that happened. Again, I don't know if that was in reference to anyone. It's their life. It's, you know, so I'm not here to go ahead and knock or badmouth. It's just something that I wouldn't do, because at the end of the day, I don't want to waste anyone's time. And if I'm here, like, going to go ahead and get really in depth, and plus you also don't see these professionals on the TV. They don't even do that, you know, so on, you know, they're just watching from the outside. So I just don't see a point in that, but that's just me. All right. Cluster B, little graph, cluster B is over top. Yeah. In your face. Exactly. The flaring, kind of over dramatic, kind of in your face kind of behaviors for sure. Antisocial, narcissistic, histrionic, and borderline. There we go. Okay, here we go. Flute rooms. Interesting question. Can you guys are coming hard tonight. Can a person have more than one cluster B personality disorder? And the answer is yes. It's rare. It is rare for sure. Nothing in psychiatry is like black or white. It's gray. It's kind of like medicine. There's nothing like where it's absolutes. It's all relative. And so, yes, I mean, they can possibly potentially have more than one cluster B personality disorder. Likewise, more than one personality disorder. But it's rare. It's rare to find someone with, like, you know, two in the same category. I have seen that though, for sure. And the bottom line is that, you know, they're all this, I mean, like Linda beautifully said, these are all over the top, in your face behavior. So they all kind of mimic like one another. So, you know, they're going to, you know, kind of look that sort of presenting way over the top in your face to where it's like affecting their overall functioning. Right. Here we go. Nina Bina, can you describe critical thinking from a professional point of view? Yeah, great question. So basically, I mean, critical thinking is basically using more kind of formal thinking patterns. I guess the best way to put it is that you have like concrete versus critical thinking, and concrete is more sort of simplistic, more kind of rudimentary, basic, more kind of primitive, more kind of like, I guess, preteen sort of, to where it's just sort of rote, just like kind of like, you know, your schooling where like, you know, rote memorization, how like your teachers would tell you, okay, memorize these words or regurgitate these spelling, you know, memorize the spelling words and say it back in spelling class, or define these words and spit it out. Like you're copying it from I remember when I was, you know, just copying in the back of the book or whatever, like, and you're just kind of like passively just copying the definitions and so on. So there's not much really in-depth thinking. There's no abstraction at all. It's just very just kind of run-of-the-mill kind of rudimentary, as opposed to critical, where it's more kind of in-depth, more kind of involved, more kind of abstract, for sure. And it's really more kind of past 14, 15 years old. You see more of the formalized kind of thought processes from a Piagetian sort of standpoint, to where you can kind of look at more folks, different views of points of view, and you know, and different sort of takes and so on. And it's more kind of in depth and more how do you say, problem-based learning, to where you're not just only just regurgitating something. You actually have a topic and you're just looking at the topic from a holistic three-dimensional standpoint, as opposed to a two-dimensional standpoint with concrete thinking. That's one thing why, honestly, like med school, I hate to say this, but like, I know a lot of doctors who, I mean, they're not the smartest people, let me put it that way. And all med school was just memorizing, a rote memorization. It was like concrete, a lot of concrete stuff where it was just rote memorization. Okay, anatomy class. Okay, bing, bing, bang, boom. You know, like that. Just memorize that. There's really not much in-depth thinking involved. You know, A lot of the coursework was that way. So that's why don't think of a lot of doctors as being super smart, because the reality is we're not. We're not. But I guess that's the best way to put it. And critical thinking is more, it's rare to see in society now. I think in schooling now, they're trying to get back to teaching more of that sort of style to prepare for college. And so that answers your question. All right. Who would like to think so? Right. Oh yeah, that was in reference to the reading the ethical stuff. Okay. Nina Bina, I was on Kay's team during that case. Kay was right on that one. I'll give her that. Yeah, look, yeah, no. I saw her on the Sophie case. So, and that's the only thing I know about her. I don't know her about anything else before or after. And I gotta respect her for that because we were one of the few that actually stuck through with it. It was so obvious. I felt really bad because I kid you not, I get these messages, and in the beginning, like if you watch my videos, you actually go back. It's called the Color series, where I did like 4 videos. And if you actually look at the well, I don't know if they have the percentage. I can look at the percentages of likes, and over time, it was increasing. Like in the beginning, my first video, it was like the lowest percentage of likes. Then over time, as the case went on and on, it went higher than highest. And I think more and more people over time, realize, okay, I think this girl might be just, there might be some PA going on. And yeah, the dad looks sus. But I did get a lot of hatred. I did get a lot of negative comments. I did get a lot of folks that were angry at me, and just very negative comments and so on. And I'm sure also Hiroko K, probably because she was on the other side of the fence, I'm sure probably, I can't speak on her behalf, but I'm sure she probably had the same thing happen to her. It wasn't pleasant, but it was something that I could definitely, and in the end, we were right. I mean, and just what I predicted in one of my videos, I said, everyone's going to take off once it's really realized, folks that support us are going to take off. And they did. They just quickly, now no one's talking about it, but yeah, she was running that. Yeah, interesting. Happy D says, hope y'all, hey, thank you so much, Happy D. Happy day. Hope you having a great day. Hope you having a happy day too. Oh, happy day. There we go. HAPPI. Got it. All right. Let me write this down here. Happy, HAPPIDEI. All right, interesting. All right. Okay. Here we go. Good Egg says, I think there's a normal reaction. I'm getting a second wind here. All right. I think there's a normal reaction to tragedy, like murder, accidents, when we start to think about how we would avoid a similar fate. I think the root of that is self-preservation. Interesting take. Yes. It can be a variety of different things. It definitely can be a variety of different things for sure. I think some of it in an element of just, how do you say it? It's kind of getting late here, but I'm blanking on the term here, but self-gratification, self-gratification that, oh, wow, my life sucks, but this other person, at least what we know of him or her, is presenting in a more sort of a pathologic sort of manner, more troubling with a lot of dysfunctionality in his or her life. I guess who knows exactly in their real life what's going on, but the way they're portraying it through the live stream, the camera. So it makes just feel very self-gratifying, makes us feel better, and brings a little more pleasure to my existence. Yes, and then I think there's no reaction to tragedy when we thought about it. Yeah, right. And also the same token, yes, how it sort of could have been us. Who knows? Kind of like when you see, we see a poor individual with severe, schizophrenia or something. Wow, I feel bad for Johnny, whatever, and that could have been me, kind of thing, and so on. So yeah, definitely, I think it kind of goes back to just ego validation. On the same token of just the emphasis of self-gratification and self-preservation, sort of creating that sort of healthy sort of internal sort of balance of overall self-worth and preserving that for sure. And I think also there is that sort of flair of the dramatic or theatrics and so on. Just liking the whole train wreck, the drama. And I like I said before, I'm not gonna lie. I'm being completely transparent. I'm guilty at that. I'll watch like these sort of junk shows, just like when you said the Maury Povich and so on. I'll watch, I used to watch, like, there was this one show, I don't think it was on anymore, but it's like Rock of Love. Remember that with Bret Michaels? That was awesome. That actually kind of got me through, like, I was studying for a lot of tests, like steps and so on. medical, those examinations and so on. And so that kind of got me through like every week. Brett Michaels from Poison, right? And it was all scripted. It was all a mess. It was all fake. But hey, it got me going, man. It got me motivated to study. I know it sounds kind of lame and cheesy to say, but I look forward to each episode, the drama and so on. And hey, help me study and so on. So yeah. Anyways, that's a little bit about my background there. Thinking about how to survive. Yes, for the same, and that leads into some level of victim blaming. Yeah, then the big question also, this victim blaming, is it conscious or is it unconscious? And I can see arguments and elements of both for sure. And it kind of depends on the individual also. There's some folks out there, I'm not going to name drop or whatever, but I can see that for sure. I do see more of the antisocial, more of and these are folks that have more, and again, I'm not knocking down folks with this kind of background and history, but it wouldn't surprise me to put it that way if they have like substance abuse issues in their past or records or whatnot, to where it sort of creates that sort of backdrop. So the environment sort of creates, nature versus nurture, right? The environment sort of creates who they are today. So I think a lot in this situation is more, conscious that they know exactly they're manipulating and taking advantage of others. And again, I'm not fully blaming them. I'm blaming also the folks that are actually feeding in and giving into them and donating the money and paying for a lot of their stuff and so on. And then the unconscious, I think the primitive needs also, just to sort of keep the ego strengths at bay and sort of keep them sort of overall, I guess, this inherent sense of homeostasis and balance in what in their behaviors. So self-soothing, so you're basically the same thing, survive. And so, like fight or flight, self-soothing distress from fear of the same, that leads to victim blaming. Yeah, a lot of victim blaming also, and that simply goes to the constant projection and manipulation, how they're basically, their overall goal inherently is going to be their primordial needs, and so on and so forth. And at any means necessary, even to the point of just engaging in sort of the victim blaming, or actually say creating that themselves, as being the victim, so they can gain empathy and sympathy from the audience. So that why wouldn't the audience go ahead and help them out? And they quickly try to just control the situation, and everyone's a victim here. Everyone's basically being trampled on. And the channels that are really troubling are the ones that start talking about rights and, you're infringing on my rights and you're going to try to cancel me, and using these sort of tacky sort of tactics that people just, blinded buy into, once, okay. Oh no, we don't, that kind of hits home. Hey, hold on here. Don't step on this poor man's rights or this poor woman's rights, because then they kind of personalize and think about themselves and say, hi, how would it feel if my rights were being trampled on? So that's sort of like a dirty way to kind of manipulate when it starts talking about, the constitutionality of it all. When in reality, it's no one is trampling on your rights, guy or girl. You're still live streaming. No one has really taken away anything from you. What are you talking about? I've seen that also. And it's so obvious. At least to me, I don't know if others, maybe you guys see that also. But when they start talking about that stuff, it's really nonsense. It's just okay, we know your playbook. We know why you're doing that. You're trying to garner sympathy. You're trying to get people to go ahead and jump on your train. But your train is really painted, with a bright red, and it's so obvious. Let's see, here we go. Trudy. Okay. Yeah. Sorry if I'm a little behind on the comments here. I'm just going through and trying to address them all. Yeah. I don't mind if that guy comes out and wants to debate again. I had nothing against him. It was actually kind of fun. Actually, I had fun. Good. Okay, but I don't know how that reflexive twinge of questioning the victim transforms into that deeply hateful fashion Shanann watching some people. Okay, I gotta read this, but I don't know how that reflexive twinge of questioning the victim transforms into that deeply hateful obsession. I don't know how that reflexive. I'm sorry, I'm missing something here, but I don't know how that reflexive twinge of questioning the victim transforms into that deeply hateful obsession with Shanann Watts. Questioning the victim. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm missing something here. I'm not connecting. It's kind of late. But I think I know what you're asking, and I probably will address that in my my video, my upcoming video. Maybe if you want to clarify more in the comments, I'll get to it down below. I'm sorry. I'm just not connecting here. I'm sorry. I apologize. He's dead. Oh, that's this. Don't waste your time unless you have some diamonds to hand out. Okay, new business time. Okay, all right. That's a good one. Okay, we were watching debate with Tree just last week. Oh wow. Okay, good access. Wait, we were going through. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, nice. Yes. My goodness. Speaking of drama, there's a lot of drama with that Queen Bee and that one person, Callie. Isn't there? Like, and again, I don't. I'm one of those people, a good egg, where I don't like take any sides. Like, I love Queen Bee because she came to my channel and defended me. I don't know if you remember, like when she came to the very end of the debate and she jumped on. That's why I appreciate her and respect her. But then again, I don't know her too well. You know, I just respect that one moment. And Callie or Kaylee, I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know her too well at all. So it's like these people, like a lot of times I've noticed that it's like kind of like gangs, like the Bloods, the Crips, you know, and like it seems like you got this pack group, you know, of supporters, and you got this other group, and so on. Oh, no. I just like to stay in the middle. I'll hear, you know, listen to whatever. I'll stay for eat some popcorn with the drama or whatever. But I'm not going to go ahead and, you know, say I'm on this team, or I'm going to say I'm on that team, you know, because I don't know really what goes. I don't have time to even know what's going on between all what's happening. And because I mean, who knows? Maybe, you know, with Queen Bee, yeah, she's cool. You know, she was cool to me, but maybe there was something that she did. I don't know. Or vice versa. If I, you know, jumped on Kaylee's team, maybe there's something that she does that just, you know, is so inappropriate and so on. So I'm like, hey, I'll listen to the drama, but I'm not going to partake in any of that. I'm just here to educate. All right. But yeah, I was listening to, I was cleaning. I was listening to like one of the, yeah, I was like, wow, what's going on here? PG shows his mic off. Yeah, I call him mic. Yes, thank you. Yes, exactly. There we go. Cheers to this. Cheers. Yes. There we go. Yes, it's about, I'm like so behind here. Yeah, it's a bad thing. I think it's great to hear that my therapist chooses to speak once a month or whatnot. Yeah, like it's not a bad thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's great to hear that my therapist chooses to speak. Yeah, if you refer to a therapist like getting therapy, yeah. Yes, for sure. Okay. There we go. Yes, Narcissistic. Okay, now it's mythology. He spent all day staring at reflection. That's right. Okay. Sorry, it's been a late day and so on, and a late night. That's why I'm not clicking on all cylinders here. I'm not click tonight. Shucks. Okay, it's probably asking how people are taking a job and making. Yeah, right. And here's an idea. Why don't you go ahead and put pictures of yourself on the thumbnails? You know, only yourself. You're not gonna get any clicks. It's all about just the children that you want to exploit. I've blurred out images of children in all my thumbnails. I've purposely demonetized my channels if I'm going to talk about a child. I think that's the way to go. I mean, I wish that more people are like that, but maybe I'm just a fuddy-duddy. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm just trying to stay true to the game, you know, doing what I would want to do if I was the victim's family, right? You know, yes, share the flyer, where's the risk? It's Sally, Facebook and other YouTube channels have started honestly ruin the case. Yeah, what is this? We're talking about the Summer Wells case, I guess. Is there even a case? I mean, yes, there is a case. I know they're open to investigating the police, but on YouTube, is there any? When is the last time you actually saw some channel that is actually talking about, okay, doing a deep dive and going and seeing, okay, strategies on how to go ahead and help out, you know, A, B, C, D, you know. I would like to find a channel or a video where I can watch, like educate myself, because I haven't come across any of that. I mean, just something. It's like me going to, like, say, for example, like an anatomy class, and the teacher's like rambling about, oh, I don't know, tennis shoes. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not really the topic we're here to study, but okay, great. I like tennis shoes, I guess. Here we go. Here we go. Kate described, I cover true crime, but I also find it very weird when people get fixated on one case over and over. Plus, it gets to the point where, you know, they're doing it because they get, yeah. And I've noticed this. There's 3 of them. It's 3 right now. It's the Chris Watts. That's pretty much a staple. and really been there, I guess, ongoing, when I personally think there's really not much there. I mean, it's pretty much, I think it's a set done deal, straightforward. And then the Summer case, and then the Delphi murders. Those are the big three that are there. And think about it, there's like hundreds and hundreds of cases out there. There's like thousands of cases that you can talk about. And wouldn't it be cool if, like, okay, I talked about a couple, because I'm now in the true crime community. If I talked about a couple, right, say I tackled this, this guy goes ahead and talks about, a couple other, this gal goes ahead and talks, a couple. No, it's just all the same, rehashed, nothing new, wasted. It's more drama than anything, I'm not learning anything from this, you're wasting my time. All right. Okay, here we go. Cases ground. Like CM, he analyzes. Okay, I'm not sure who CM is. I know CK, critical case. Who is CM? CM. Who is CM? I don't know. Okay, he analyzes the same interviews to death literally every day. He's revisiting an interview. Yeah. How many times have you seen folks doing? I'm not sure if this person is. There's thousands of interviews on that Chris Watson, the interrogation, like what's her name, the Kessinger, or like sitting there, like, if you truly knew, if you really studied Chris Watson, again, I'm not going to mention diagnosis because people are going to jump down, but if you truly knew, okay, what more likely a person that will kill his wife, commit filicide, right, kill his family, his two daughters, young beautiful daughters, and unborn child, for someone to do that, I think there's a high possibility that that person may have a certain condition or disorder, maybe, possibly. And if you truly knew and studied what that condition is, then that person would be, okay, yeah, more likely, probably, he would have turned on whoever was with him, Let me put it that way, read between the lines. That's just my thing. So it's pretty straightforward, I think, at least. But yeah, I'm guessing, I think we're talking about the same interview. Like, there's nothing there. There's nothing to, Chris McDonough. I meant if it what? Oh, yeah, I didn't know. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know who that is. I know McDonald's. Okay, all right. Here we go. Does Michigan have 5150 for spouse to call for help? Good question. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the different states. I know 5150 California. I don't know about the other states. I don't know. I'm not sure. I would assume that hopefully there is something, for DV, if that's what, for spouses to call for help. If that's what you're referring to. Okay. Or maybe that's the joke. I don't know. Sorry. Move on. Oh yeah, Nissan. Yes. Hey, and I'm guilty. Right in the beginning, when I first started growing the channel, like, my channel was nothing. It was like only a couple of people, whatever. And then once I started doing Nissan, that's the thing that, whoa, it boom, skyrocketed. Boom, it got that. And in the beginning, I was doing it, yeah. But then I realized, wait a minute, this is boring. I'm doing videos on this guy. Who is this guy? And then it just got, I felt like it wasn't interesting anymore. And I'm like, this is not educational. And then I stopped doing it because, but yeah, no, in the beginning I used to do that. But then I realized there's really no point to doing that, because I'm not going to anyways I'm not going to monetize my channel. I'm not going to get for super chat. So it doesn't matter about how many people on my channel are watching. Even right now, there's 6 people in the chat room. I don't care. I know other channels you can go to right now. They're probably like 200, 300. Oh, well, whatever, man, Can threatening suicide be a manipulation tactic? Fruit Loops ask. Well, Fruit Loops, oh my goodness, I'm getting hungry too. It's getting, it's like getting late at night and I'm feeling hungry here with your Fruit Loops. Great question. It's a long-winded answer. I'm going to try to make it short, though, due to time and multiple comments here. But yes, it can be a manipulation tactic. You definitely see that more so. I mean, the perfect example is more so with the borderline types, following the cluster B. The ones that are the attention-seeking behaviors, they will go ahead and a lot of times will exhibit what's called para-suicidal behaviors. That's I guess, word for the day, word for the night. If you want to learn something, para-suicide. So it's kind of like, how do you say, sub-suicide, or weaker, lesser form of true suicide. It's like a lower level type of suicide threat. These sort of weak sort of threats, attempts, of suicide. And a lot of times they'll do that just to manipulate their environment. In this case, for borderlines, just to gain what they want more, which is the attention, drawn to them. It sort of follows that whole, what Linda said earlier, the drama kind of, sort of the overall theatrics sort of comes and sort of. So yeah, it definitely can be threatening suicide can be a manipulation tactic. I've seen that a lot, actually, especially with borderlines. All right. So it's happy day. So hard. I mean, summer moon should not be too difficult, but it's not the same. It's I guess summer moon is the same thing as some. Sorry, it's getting late here. Is it yeah, the Tennessee. Summer Wells, right? I guess it's the same thing. Okay. The same. Yes, and there's two different things. Yeah, and that's another thing also. Like sometimes these creators, you got to watch it. And I know we're kind of going in overtime. By the way, thanks for sticking in with this is impromptu kind of thing. I was only here just to check out the video. You got to watch it though. There's some creators out here that will go ahead, and I'll talk about this in a future video. I'll actually go ahead and point it out. But they'll go ahead and try to compare cases. And these are folks with, you have to wonder what their educational background is. And again, I'm not putting myself above them, but I'm definitely I'm skilled than they are in terms of, certain kinds of training, right? After high school, I had 13 more years of, postgraduate training. So I think I know a little something what I'm talking about, compared to all these other creators. Like I saw this one person, I can't remember. Oh, it's Chris Watts. And he was making a comparison. I should say he or she, I don't want to single anyone out. But the Chris Watts case to the Andrea Yates case. And I'm like, whoa, brah, that's really, you can't make a comparison. It's very dangerous, different things. And this guy and the audience was eating it like, and I felt bad. Like, okay, that's miseducation and it can be really, really dangerous. I'll talk about it in a future video about this, why it can be really dangerous. But I was not happy when I saw that. But you're right. Okay, summer moon. Okay, so, that's good to know. Summer moon should not be too difficult, but it's not the same Sophie. Yeah, I think the Sophie Long, it was obvious. It was PA. I said that from the beginning. I didn't say that directly because I didn't want to go ahead and look like I was going ahead. And if you go too in depth, people will jump down and say, "Hey, why are you going ahead?" And you're not even the therapist or the psychiatrist. You're not treating her. But I did indirectly kind of lean more towards that. And in the end, it was right. And even despite, I remember the Sophie L case when it came out, there were still people that were so adamant, like, you got to believe the girl. And people were even just arguing, and they were saying, and the experts that actually evaluated the child and interviewed her, I mean, these are like board certified forensic psychiatrists and psychologists. These are experts. These are trained and skilled in what they do. They even said, PA, I'm saying, I guess you can't say the word parental. PA, it's spelled out in the documents, and even these crumb bums are still arguing against that and thinking that they know more than the, so it's like, okay, who has, these guys are exhibiting narcissistic tendencies and traits and so on. You think you're better than a board certified forensic psychologist who actually evaluated the child? Meanwhile, here you are sitting in your home, drinking or eating Cheetos on the couch. Come on, what are you talking about, fool? Like, it just made me so mad, like when I saw all that, go down. But in the end, yeah, it was a pretty straightforward case. And there was nothing much to it yet. But that's good to know that summer, okay, so Summer Wells, not too difficult. So it might be a one video thing. I don't know if there's anything there. If there's nothing there, I probably won't even tackle it, Why tackle the case? It sounds like now there's a cast of characters that are just basically riding the gravy train. As long as they have those viewers, people donating money, it's just probably just a one big S show, and there's nothing there. It's just wasting time, hanging out. And I don't think they even talk with the girl. All right. Here we go. Okay. Second guy. Okay, go. You responded to you responded to comments 30 minutes behind in the chat. Be careful. Last time you did it. Oh yeah, no. Well, I'm not working tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, but I'm definitely not gonna stay too late because my big live is gonna be Sunday at 7. That's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. 7 p.m. Eastern, where we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna count down the top 15, not 10 Bon Jovi songs. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. It was so. If you caught my last weekend with Depeche Mode, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. But I'm not gonna stay here for 7 hours. That's for sure. All right. Let me tell you my best friend. I guess it's a song. Sorry, it's late tonight. I'm kind of thinking. Okay. Totally agree. I was very put up on the giant crowd. Yeah, Yeah. And honestly, I do think that that probably had some influence. I mean, in the decision, because I thought it was a wash. I thought it was a cancellation effect. And if you watch my video, I said, okay, probably more than likely, tie goes to the runner kind of thing. But I think there was a lot of sort of just influence. And honestly, if it was any other guy instead of Johnny Depp, I don't think people would have really rallied behind that guy. Say if it was like, I don't know, let's just pick an actor. Let's even another actor like I don't know, John Goodman. If it was John Goodman, I don't think you'd have seen that much, sort of rallying behind him because, let's be honest. I think a lot of people were attracted to, hey, Johnny Depp, the bad boy, good looking guy, he started my when I grew up in childhood, those movies I watched, or in my younger years, the Caribbean series, and it was so great, blah, blah, blah. So, if it was John Goodman, oh, who is this guy? He's, heavier. He's not a bad boy. He seems like, not to pick on John Goodman, but I'm pretty sure that you would have seen that sort of, I think it was just basically a play on his looks. And a lot of folks were unconsciously influenced just away. And I have nothing against him as an actor, Johnny Depp. I'm sure he's a great actor, but he was definitely not innocent himself. And with him also, the thing that got to me is that out of anyone, like a lot of people who, I never talked about this in my video, but a lot of people in his situation, a lot of people who were like victims of DV, like say Johnny Depp was a victim, okay, of DV or whatever. A lot of folks they have nowhere to turn. They can't escape. There's no way to go ahead and get out of the situation. They're just stuck. And, inevitably you sort of create this sort of learned helplessness sort of phenomenon. With Johnny Depp, I mean, that guy, I think I was watching one of his on the stand, whatever. Like he was buying people's apartments or houses or places to stay, putting them up, free rent, and I think he had an island. So he had many avenues and ways. So if this girl was really, I mean, I get if you love someone, but if it's to the point, he seems like a smart guy, and if it's to the point where it was really to the point where it was too much for him. He could have gotten away. He could have escaped. Unlike a lot of folks who have been victims of DV to where there's no escape at all. They're stuck. Financially they can't get out. There's they have no one to turn to, no resources. They're in an area, no family, and poor individuals can't go anywhere. This guy, I think he can go away, and he's not that bad looking guy. He's an actor. He's got millions of dollars. Multimillionaire. I'm sure he probably could have found someone else, if he did end that relationship and go into. So I'm sorry, but that's just the way I see it. I just didn't really. That's just my take. All right. The court of Eddie's father. All right. Anyway, here we go. Good night. The long case is not still going on. What? Oh, okay. See, I didn't know. Okay. See. So much for that video. Oh no. Okay. I still may do a video though to finish it up because I kind of want to talk about this one case I had. I won't mention any names, but that was one. It was like a carbon copy kind of thing where I knew, okay, and so on. But wow, he's in Mexico. I might do a live stream. Why not just do a live stream on that topic? Why not just put it to bed? At least on this channel, we got to put it to bed. Here we go. All right. All right. Good. Okay. So thank you so much, SM. I said S&M one in my Depeche Mode in the beginning. All right, here we go. Look at the graph. Okay, says Psych Guy. Everyone else, I apologize. I hung in as long as I could. No problem. Hey, understand? I'm not gonna say too much longer here for sure. But I'm just answering all the comments and so on. No problem. I totally understand. Listen, rest up. For sure, Sunday night is gonna be the night where it's gonna be really fun. Top 15 Bon Jovi songs, videos I want to play. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna have music. We're gonna have commentary, fun, chit chats. No drama, nothing like that. No problem. Please subscribe, guys. Smash that like button. I love you. Thank you. All right, great. Hey, no problem. Hey, that's Queen B. Yes. I was talking about you earlier. Girl, there's so much going on, drama. What's going on between you and Kaylee? I don't know who this Kaylee person is. I don't know what's going on between the two. I'm just like, in the middle, like, what's going on? Hope you're doing well, though. Queen Bee was good. She's good people. She actually jumped in when I had a debate with this guy named Truthy, and he was like basically just attack. Queen Bee like comes at the very end and she's like boom, 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 like a bulldog, you know. I'm like sitting back, you know, that's right. There we go. There we go, you know. So yeah, wow. I'm surprised, shocked at Queen Bee. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Thank you. As for Crazy Pants, oh, okay. Wow. Here we go. As for Crazy Pants. Again, I don't know who's Crazy Pants. I guess, is that Kaylee? Okay, I'm assuming because I brought her name. We were tired of her doxing people and their children can be dangerous. And like, oh, hey, good to see you. Thank you so much. Much love. Yeah, see, I don't know exactly. And if that happens, I just think doxing, like, I just think it's not cool, especially when you bring, you know, children involved. There's no point to that. If that's true, again, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. You know, I'll just put in like a live and I'll, you know, clean and so on. I did catch a couple of your lives, by the way, Queen Bee. I don't know if you're still here or not. It looks like, but great stuff though. Like very entertaining. Like just at the beginning, like the music, and I'm you know, I'm not in the chats or anything like that, but I got that going while I'm, you know, doing other stuff in the background. But I hear like your intro. It's like definitely have come a long way for sure. It's good to see these folks. All right, here we go. Wow. All right. Good. Like, Saigon's talking about wanted to do a video on the S. Okay, good. Like, Sakai has been talking about wanting to do a video on SW case. You need to give a crash course. Okay, Summer Wells. Yeah, I mean, hey, I know there's a little girl. She's missing in Tennessee. The parents don't seem that involved. Looking at her, I think that's what I gathered from the case. I don't know, but yeah, it's been a year, 1 year. There's creators that are using her name, hashtag Summer Wells. Doesn't seem that interested in the case, more so just in their wallets, in their purses. Captain Napton, yes, yes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We're getting a third wind here right now. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. This is old school. This is old school right here. We got the old school crew right here. I should come to your lives. Okay, here we go. Quibby, good egg. I have a laugh M-A-L-O. I think not L-M-A-O. That case feels cursed, and so it's 2020. It is 2020, yes. I want to go and put it to bed though on my channel. I haven't put it to bed. I did 4 videos, but I'm gonna do one more live stream or one more video and put it to bed. But yeah, scam Queen Bee. Remember how you said scammer? That's hilarious. Scammer. Okay. Good egg. Oh, you should definitely do a video live to look at the insane inclusion of ML. And then you gotta say ML, by the way. If you, I think you, I guess you would say ML. Wait, why do I keep saying ML? Right? Why am I saying okay? Mike Long, there we go. And then if his criminal trial happens to chance, we gotta follow that. Right. Here's my question: how did this guy get away though? Like, it was obvious that that GoFundMe thing. Like, you know those people? I think in one of my videos, those guys. I think in New Jersey, how they duped that one. That they I guess they said that there's a homeless guy and said he was a vet on the streets. And he duped they all duped all 3 of them were together, and they duped the public about that. And now they're in jail facing, charges or whatever. How did this guy not even get, charged for the GoFundMe scams? Like, because it's obvious, like basically it was all basically just him reeling all this, right? In the end, it became PA. So how did he kind of escape through? I mean, I know the SEC is very busy. I know they're selecting who they chase and whatnot, but man, I mean, to go ahead. And what bothered me about that case also is that he was like complaining, like I think at one point his rights, it kept rights. What are you talking about? If anyone, you have the most rights because you don't have the SEC, knocking down your door, breathing down your neck for what you did with this whole GoFundMe and so on. And if you talk about rights, then why did they? There's one time where it was a court case. I think it was a court hearing, and they even gave him like a link. I think he was like out of state. And they gave him, he didn't show up to his court case, but they gave him a link to, the court hearing or whatever. Like it was like a Zoom link or something like that. My goodness, I tried to do that once. Like I had a driving ticket or whatever. I went there to the front. It was like out of the county or whatever. I drove all the way. And I was like, hey, listen, I can't make this hearing or whatever. Can you go ahead and do this? And the lady behind the counter was like, child, like that's literally what she said. She goes, child, you ain't special. That's what she said to me. I said, you got to show up to your hearing, And I was like, wow, man, So you want to talk about privilege and rights? That guy had so much privilege and so much rights. What is he talking about? He got so much rights that they even gave him a link to go to this hearing when he was out of state with the girl, when he wasn't even supposed to be out of state with the girl. So, it was just ridiculous. But all right. Wow, there's people showing up here. Oh my goodness. It's like increasing the number now. Here we go. Okay. Yes. Oh my God, the truth debate. Yes, the truth debate. Yeah, that was classic. That was like one of my funnest moments on my live stream, right? It was fun, you know. When I went ahead and said, oh, I don't know who Critical J is or whatever. And then the best part was on the very end, I thought was like he said, well, I think we both did a good job or something like that. And I said, well, I did. And he's like, oh. I didn't want to say that. I mean, I don't want to become too cocky or whatever, but it was just, and there's one guy in the audience in the chat room that was like, yes, you know, like, I don't know who it was. The gluer or something. I can't remember his name, but anyway, she's like, you know, Truthy, you won, you know, you really destroyed. It's like, dude, were you even watching the debate, you know? And it was so obvious, like, this guy's basically just talking nonsense. Okay, no one, especially Truthy, is going to attack you now. Like, thank you so much, Creepy. I love you so much. Look at this. There you go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. The love for sure. The love. All right. I do love the intro is fire. I mean, just basically like, I was like, I kid you not, I was cleaning, you know, my kitchen. I had the computer blast, right, turned up, monitors, whatever. I don't have the fancy speakers where I can like wireless or whatever. So it's like wire. I have the wire speakers, my computer, and like I'm in the other room in the kitchen cleaning. And all of a sudden I hear like, you know, first I hear like some techno dance music. What is this? You know, okay, it's like kind of soft. And then all of a sudden I hear like this rapping music. I'm like, whoa, what is this? You know, they had some guy. I quickly ran to the computer screen in the other room, right? And I see this like dancing guy, you know, on the side. Like I was like, whoa, these are pretty cool graphics, and you know, the whole rap thing. I was like, yes, you know, this is really Queen Bee has definitely come really far in terms into the YouTube game. So yes, I definitely did love the intro for sure. Faux show. Here we go. Whoa, what the psych guy? Captain Adam says, have you looked in the Megan Walsh case at all? Oh no. No, I have not. I remember John Walsh. That's like the 80s. Remember Adam Walsh. Remember how he discovered like I think Adam, his son, I believe like he opened a closet door and his son was decapitated and found or saw his head or something. I hate to be graphic or whatever, but no, that's what like was the catalyst that made him go into sort of, you know, John Walsh, the whole that one TV show. I can't remember what it's called. It's no longer on TV. I can see it. But I don't know who's Megan Walsh. That's his daughter. Is she like also missing? Is she? Hopefully not. That would be terrible. Hello, hey, Mike Morclin. Good to see you. Sunday, 7 p.m. Bon Jovi. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa. Okay, all right, Queen Bee. Well, I would love to get an update on Summer Rose. All right, right on. Okay, cool. Okay, right on. Maybe so. Right on. Okay, I'll definitely maybe take you up on that. Here we go. Scammer. Yeah, Scammer. There we go. Scammer. All right. It's like, thank you so much, Captain Mountain. I'm going to try to come here more frequently. This was like, I literally didn't plan on this at all. It was like, I was just testing a video. I wanted to come on here and play a Bon Jovi video just to prepare for a Sunday. That's all the mission was, but I had no idea that folks would be jumping on here. Oh my God, I can't believe, Queen Bee, I can't believe he tried to take off of SL and take off of Mexico. I know, right? I think Brittany was in Courtney name. Brittany. I think Brittany. Who's Brittany? I don't know who Brittany is. Britney Spears? Brittany. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Sorry. Not sure who that is. All right. Oh, they like said, whoa, 500,000? I thought it was like 250. My goodness, 500,000? Unless, maybe you're thinking about the New Jersey case. Maybe that was the case I refer to. I know with Mike Long, it was like, I think between 200 to 250, unless 500,000. If that's, maybe I'm wrong about that, but yeah, okay, here we go. Good. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was probably the homeless man. Yeah, in 500,000. Okay, here we go. Good. Like the difference with the homeless man is that they said a fraud that could be disproved. But okay, but Mike was able to cover his butt by saying, okay, I gotcha. I just been a child. Okay, see, I didn't know. I'm not here to go ahead and pretend that I know everything. Okay, I just believe my child. That makes sense. Use a child. Okay, so pretty much kind of like how he threw his. Remember that time when he like it was that one. What's her name? Annie, I think is her name. She's a creator. Was interviewing Michael, ML, and like he's like out the fire pit or whatever, and then all of a sudden he starts bizarrely talking about like these two sons sexual kinds of stuff and trying to blame it on the video games. And and you can tell like the Annie girl, like, that was like the moment like, okay, this guy's throwing his sons under the bus. All right, this is okay. Maybe I've gotten duped, up until that. Now that was like, okay, when you finally realize, remember that? That was so hilarious. Not to badmouth any creators or anything like that. I'm not, saying that, but that some creators did get a lot of subscribers, but yeah, that's sad. I mean, so he basically used, it sounds like what you're saying, then probably used her just like he kind of used the other two kids in that sort of scenario. I felt bad too, because I had some comments that there was one person that messaged me. You probably can see it in one of my videos, some early videos, where she was part of a church group, and I think the church foundation, she gave like, I think 5,000 or maybe 7,500, something way crazy like that. And and then I think she like thanked me and said, whoa, thanks for people like your videos, because it kind of made me see the light. I kind of believed him in the first place, but luckily I was able to get my money back. I don't know, I guess maybe she went to GoFundMe and complain and she got her money back. Yeah, there's a lot of folks that lost a lot of money. I would assume, yeah, in the thousands, some people in the thousands, can you imagine losing your money to that guy? And I mean, it's just terrible. I hate scammers. I hate folks that try to, con people. I hate con men. I mean, the sheer fact that this guy was like letting people take strangers, like talk to the girl. Like, can you imagine like if someone like myself, a grown man, that a stranger to the family that was, hey, what's going on? Hey, can I talk to you, little girl? Like, it just looks weird and creepy, Like, why would, these grown men who are like, the whole thing seemed kind of very greasy. And who are these people paying money to talk to this little girl, prepubescent girl? Like, it was just really just bizarre. And so it was obvious, like, that should have been right there, the thing that really set people off, okay, something's not right here. I think once they did the hotel thing, the 4 people that, supposedly came to that hotel, and there's no video footage at all. I think that should have been right there. Okay, this is a con game, whatever. Okay, fine, not that, but fast forward to that SANE exam, the results not being shown. Next thing you know, it's going from this city, traveling down to Houston, then bouncing all around. I mean, there's so many like obvious like red flags that people, but no, people just kept going on and on and on and on and on. And I don't know, some people are just so gullible, I guess. And now no one's taking accountability. No one's, the folks that believed in him or whatever, no one's saying I was wrong. No one's saying that, yeah, we got duped, there was a mistake. Nothing like that. Nothing. Sick. All right. Good. The difference with the homeless man is that, sorry, we read that. Okay. My goodness, you guys are going hard. Here we go. All right. That's literally what she said. I'm not joking. I swear that's what she said. She said that, chewing gum. She was chewing gum, glasses, looking at me like this, squinting her eyes, and here I had to drive like 3 hours because I, thought, okay, maybe I can smooth talk her, to go ahead and let me do this, maybe virtually, or maybe mailing something. The county was very specific. It was a small run-of-the-mill type humdrum kind of county, and I had to show up in person, and it was like, child, you ain't that special. Child, you ain't that special, it was like, whoa, and I once she said child, boom, that's it. It was over for me, There's nothing I couldn't charm her. I couldn't try to, do anything. It was over. Yes, okay. Thank you. I thought so too. It was fun. It was funny. Okay, Glare. Okay, see, I don't know, but okay, I don't know any of these guys, but I just saw the names. I can see the comments, and this one guy was like, is that the same guy that was like on his side? And then they were like, there's like fighting, they're shouting, and then at the very end, he like turned. Like, it just shows the loyalty on these streets. Like, okay, is there any loyalty at all, or is it just manipulation of the masses in who the viewers are? It seems more the latter, I guess. The latter. You're responding about Mike not having his rights violated. Yeah, what is this whole rights thing? I would love to have his rights. I have. My goodness, the judge even made a point to say that on the record that no one has. Okay, see, and I didn't even know any of this, Good Egg. I had no idea I swear upon my life, I had no idea that even the judge said, on the record that no one has received more benefit of due process than Mike. Yeah, that guy had so much. And then there's like this one, there's a few people. You remember those guys, those channels, like those victims' rights channels? Like, what are you talking about? Like they kept, and they're like saying, well, we know the system here and the courts and this guy's rights are being violated. Who are you talking about? You want to see rights about being violated? There's plenty of people in this country. There's a lot of minorities out there that would love to get a lawyer to begin with, that are in jail for like many multiple years just for a simple marijuana charge, Those are the rights, There's someone, I might do a video on this, but there's some guy who's on death row. I can't remember his name. I think he's in St. Louis, Missouri. I want to say it's like CD, maybe. Is it Christopher Dunn? No, wasn't that the lawyer for? But anyways, there's some guy who's on death row where he's still staying there. He happens to be African American, and totally, just really, I mean, the Innocence Project is really trying to help him out. And even the people that accused him, they are recanting and saying, no, it's not him. He didn't have anything to do with that. There's no witnesses. There's nothing. And it's just so obvious, this case, that, okay, this guy why is he still there? What is he doing? Those are the folks whose rights are being violated, not some guy who gets a link from out of state to go ahead and be part of the hearing. My goodness. I would love to have half those rights, man. Shoot. I'm calling down. I'm down with calling him the gluer. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was a gluer. I mean, it just seemed like the whole statements he was making that night seems like he needed to glue what his thoughts thinking was, because he was way off. That truthy guy, there's nothing. I mean, I'll admit that there's something that I really lost on or whatever. There's nothing. I mean, every sort of point, I pretty much was countering him and then going on the attack. And it was, God, that was okay. Yeah, the glare. Okay, the glare. Okay, yes. I don't know much about him. I don't know. I really don't have any interest. Doesn't seem like, nothing against the guy, but it doesn't seem like a guy that would probably, if he thinks that truthy won the debate, then I have no interest in wasting my time and wanting to go ahead and check out his channel, because obviously this guy definitely has not great intuitive skills. If you watch the debate and if you're neutral, it's obvious that if I put a poll, like I put these polls in my chat, which is your favorite Bon Jovi song, whatever. No, if you put a poll, I think the majority would say that I won the debate. I mean, yeah, you got to be really foolish to think Truthy won. Here we go. Good. Maybe that girl can hook Psycho. There we go. Hey, I'm not okay with the intros or whatever. It's all good. It's all good. It's no good. Here we go. All right. What we got here? Here we go. Oh, here we go. Good. So John Adams Walsh's Americans Most Wanted NCMEC daughter Megan appears to have severe mental illness. Her parents. Okay. Well, that's better. I mean, originally I was thinking, oh no, is this poor girl also missing? I mean, we all know what happened to Adam, right? Big story back in the day, in the early 80s. My gosh, very haunting story. Very haunting. Poor kid. But at least that's better that she's alive, although she does have severe mental illness. Her parents are taking her custody. Oh no. Okay. Maybe I'd like to look into that. I haven't really don't know anything about that case at all. It kind of reminds me of several of these cases, or there's several of these custody or incapacity type cases for severe mental illness and so on. Here we go. Yes, girl. Yes, my girl Queen. Yeah, I know. Look, I mean, the lie. I'm telling you, the lies are the great quality. When I saw it, the graphics and just the way the presenting. I mean, I love the format. I mean, the introduction, just chatting, a couple minutes, and then boom, comes hard with that intro. It's really fire for sure. Definitely something that I can't do. It's just basically me just, an egghead, just being a good egg. I'm an egghead, just going ahead and just, rambling here on this thing. That's what you get. Yes, my girl. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. And she is on the rampage on social media talking about, okay, her dad is involved and also, oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel bad, especially these mental illness folks. And you wonder also these folks that with these wacky conspiracy theories, these folks in these extremist groups, these terrorist groups, these domestic terrorist groups, the QAnon, all these sort of weird kinds of conspiracies. Is there also, not saying there is, I don't want to go ahead and say they have, but is there some mental illness there, especially when they have this in conspiracy? So it sounds like, okay, so her dad's weird. Okay, poor. I hope that she gets the needed help. Sounds like there's a lot of paranoia. Maybe she's got some sort of severe mental illness. So maybe there is an underlying psychotic process. I don't know, psychotic disorder, or it could be a personality component. Maybe a cluster A. We're talking about different clusters. Cluster A, the odd personality disorders, the paranoid personality disorder. Could it be that? Or maybe she's just involved in a cult. I don't know. You know, these cults, right? We brought up cults last live stream we did. Someone asked about online cults also. There's a lot of this online cults. I need to look into that also. Okay, interesting. All right. Okay, we're just going down the comments here. Here we go. John Washington's son was kidnapped, and later they found it. Yes. Okay, yes. Okay, wow. Great. This is I appreciate the education because I like to learn new things. Captain Napton says John Washington's son was kidnapped, and later they found his head. He inspired the milk carton. Okay, I did not know that. Missing kids. And then there you go. America's Most Wanted. That was a show that I was going to remember. And okay, good. And that show was pretty successful, capturing a lot of fugitives. That was a great thing. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that inspired the milk carton, missing kids. All right. Huh. Interesting. Let's see here. Let's see where we at. Where are we in the comments here? Yeah, we got that. And here we go. Mike Longs was okay. Here we go. Captain Nap says Mike Longs was $213,000. I think plus all the other money he got through PayPal and Venmo. Okay. Oh, and don't forget, hey, yes, okay. And don't forget also those Amazon wish list. Didn't he have like an Amazon wish list? I think. I see some of these creators also do that, where they have this Amazon wish list. Like, why am I going to buy you like a cabinet? You know, why am I going to buy you like a mirror? I would rather buy that first for me than you. Who are you? What are you doing? You know, like, come on. Good. Oh, we remember the bonfire live. That was me. Yes, that was right there. The bonfire live was hands down. That was like the end. I think that was like right there where I think it just crumbled. I think, you know, folks like myself and other folks, good people probably here in this chat, realize, okay, there's something here not adding up. But I think once that bonfire live hit, that was like the Waterloo. That was like, okay, the beginning of the end. I agree with you, Good Egg. Right. And then people, and I think I feel bad because I think maybe the people that might have been knee deep, that maybe there are some people that donated a lot of money to him. Who wants to go ahead and take a loss, right? They would probably say, oh, no, the girl. At that point in time, they're like, oh, shoot, you know, we'd like to cut our losses here. But then again, I mean, we probably invested a lot of money in this guy. Hopefully he turns out to be right. I'll be pissed if he's not, right? In the end, he wasn't right. I'm thinking that's probably why he still got some people. And also the folks, you know, the sheep that sort of believe sort of the narrative that some of these channels were, you know, weaving the wave and so on. And I think that also had to play with why it kind of got dragged on way too long. He was very charming also. I mean, the guy was a very charming guy. I'm not going to discredit him at all. So I can kind of see how like he can dupe a lot of people. Definitely didn't dupe a lot of, you know, folks here in this chat. That's for sure. Didn't dupe me. Because we've seen like folks like that. They're all the same. But he definitely duped the majority of people and duped them all other money, which is sad. But in the end, karma gets to them, right? Yeah, okay. Yes, she was pretty much done. I think, yeah, exactly. You can kind of see it if you watch it. I was like driving, and I was like at a stoplight. It was like nighttime, and it was like I remember. Luckily, I was a lighted area next to Walmart and so on, and you know, McDonald's, right? I was like, I had my phone right because I was listening, you know, and I saw like her affect, her face. You can tell right when he said that. It was he was concocting this creepy story of these, you know, his sons, and you can just see like her face, like smiling, you know, nodding, and then kind of, you know, like disgust, you know, like I'm not a good actor there, but you can tell like that moment, boom, it's over, it's done, because she was like one of the biggest like supporters, and she had like the most subscribers, you know, so on, fan base, and right then it was like, okay, boom, lights out, it's done. Call it, you know, throw the towel in right there. So I definitely agree. I feel like con artists are even worse than stick-up men because he acted so good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely agree. I don't like con people. I hate that. They're very deceptive. They're slimy and so on. I don't like that manipulative. This is why I like animals better than people, because with animals, you don't see any malicious behaviors. You don't see any underlying motives. I keep saying this time and time again. But yeah, good. Yeah, LMAO, him stoking the fire all pissed off, and he wasn't pounding. Yeah. Well, after that line, after that moment, for sure, you can tell she didn't want anything part of it. My goodness. Yeah, did he really think that story? By the way, that really creepy, bizarre. It was just really just the two boys, would pan out. I mean, come on, it was just. Um, Again, not knocking him or anything like that, but this is not a victory lap or anything, but it's just fun to kind of talk about this stuff. Kind of, oh my God, good. I will explain. We were talking about anti-CPS conspiracy theorists and they over-exaggerate. Yeah, right. It's like, okay. And I bet you like a lot of these folks that will do that, they probably had, and I'm not knocking on people who had, CPS involved in their lives or got called on them, I think a lot of it is projection. But focus on yourself, don't worry about other people's kids. There's no need to go ahead and make phone calls. CPS is already overburdened with, with cases. Why are you contacting other people, on other people's behalf? CPS, you don't have that much information. You're seeing someone through the monitor, let alone you're not even seeing like me. You're seeing my face here, but a lot of times you're just seeing their picture. So you don't even know how these folks really. So what I mean, it's just bizarre how some of these folks really go way, way overboard. And anti-CPS conspiracy theories, they were like, yeah, they blow everything out of proportion. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It just gets too much for me. A lot of these folks also, these conspiracy theories, they think that's, people are attacking them, CPS, these organizations, when it's like, dude, come on, bro. You're not that important. You're used patio for, not to knock down what they do in real life or whatever, but you're not like some big CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, myself also included. I'm not that big, Yes, I'm a physician, but I'm a peon, I don't think I'm some sort of very important person that people are going to be coming after me and really, infringing on my rights and, targeting me and so on. No, I'm just basically, just like everyone else. I'm not that important, right? It's just ridiculous. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, yeah, here we go. I guess we keep going. Okay, at least Glure is a real one, like Glare. Glare. Again, I don't know anything about this guy. I just saw it was just, that's the one thing that I saw in the chats where I was like, okay, it's kind of like an oh brother kind of thing. Like, whoa, man, this guy really has no clue what he's talking about. If he thinks Truthy won the debate, this really guy doesn't know. I hope in his defense that he was, I don't know anything about the guy, but I hope that maybe was it on a Saturday night? I can't remember if it was a Saturday night or a Friday. Maybe on the weekend, maybe he was drinking that night and he wasn't, in right mind or whatever. I'm hoping that was the excuse, to where he was off, perceptually speaking. I don't know, but okay, count that in. Good egg. Hey, good egg. Stop making fun of that meaningful acronym. Okay, see again. I don't know who this guy is. Believe me, I have no interest in checking out his channel. Definitely not for sure. I don't want to waste any time. I'm going to check out Queen Bee's channel though, for sure. Queen Bee, there's a lot of drama going on. That's what I'm talking about. The fighting, Queen Bee and Kaylee. That's where it's at right now. That is where it's at right now, for sure. Are you? No, I'm not. I'm not on Facebook. I've been off the past couple of days. I'm off tomorrow, but it's return back to work kind of thing next week. I'm very busy. This weekend, I'm going to do a live stream. Bon Jovi's not top 10, top 15 greatest hits. Or hits that I like, that I'm going to be counting it down. Starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But no, I am not on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Not to knock it down, but I just don't have time for that. I'm just so busy as it is. This is a fluke right now. When I'm here right now, this is a fluke. I really should not be on here. I just only came on here to test out a Bon Jovi video that I played earlier. And I'm going to see if it processes, if it goes through. That's it. No, I'm not any of those. Yes, Megan Walsh has a lot going on, and it's sad, unfortunate. Okay, interesting. I never heard of this person. I never heard of Megan Walsh. I mean, I think I try to keep up with pop culture, but no, I haven't heard of Megan Walsh. I've heard of Meghan Markle. Who definitely, man, the one that got away. No, joke. Okay, all right. So, hey, Duchess, Side Guy, long time no see. Yes, good to see you, my friend. Yes, all right. Yes, it's been a while. It has been a while. I did do a lime stream. I did do a lime stream where last weekend I was eating limes. Oh no, no. No, I did a live stream. It was a Depeche Mode. I played their songs and so on. I counted down. I did it last weekend. I'm gonna do this weekend Bon Jovi. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. All right. Wow. Good day. We're curious. I got up this point, but it's so fun to see you. Thank you. No problem. I'm not working tomorrow, so it doesn't matter. It's all good. I'm off tomorrow, so it's all good. Just there's no time thing. I don't have any interview scheduled tomorrow or anything like that. At least not in the morning. I know. I love it. Thank you. Hey, no problem, Captain Nathan. I'm gonna try to make this more often. By the way, this is not gonna be I'm not gonna go ahead and do this tonight and then disappear. I'm gonna keep doing this as long as I can, frequently. You know, that kind of thing. And yes, I will do an ML for sure. I got to revisit that again. In addition to Chris Watts, got to do Chris Watts for sure. Chris Watts. I don't even know why I did that. What was that supposed to mean? Me? Why was I brandishing my finger like Chris? And why am I making like a dog noise? Where's the connection there? What has to do with anything? They're all the same. Yeah. All those creators, they're all the same. You're not gonna get anyone like Queen Bee and Sight Guy. We're different. And aside from Queen Bee and Sight Guy, everyone else is the same. There we go. How's that? There we go. There we go. Okay, good. Yes. And Captain Napton, do you live stream Captain Napton? I don't know. I gotta go ahead and I need to actually subscribe to Queen Bee and Captain Napton. Do you live stream Captain Napton? I mean, I don't know. Or anyone out here is chat. You know, Duchess, do you live stream? Good Ag, Gary live stream. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Captain, I gotta go to bed. I hope to see you. Good night. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night, Captain Napton. I said Captain Napkin. Captain Napkin. Good night, Captain Napkin. Captain Napkin. Napkin. You should go ahead. Put like a picture, like a napkin around your neck now. All right. Here we go. Live stream was a side. Yeah. Yes. Squidward on a chair. What is that? Oh, is that like yeah, the whatchamacallit? SpongeBob. Yes, SpongeBob. Yes. I used to have a SpongeBob tie. I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, square chair. And yes, by the way, I did get rid of my Wayfair chair. Just FYI, if anyone knows. Okay, I have told you this. All right, good night, Connect. All right, well, thank you so much, Queen Bee. Well, I mean, I was just joking earlier. Whatever channels you guys like, and again, I don't know the other channels. I don't know, GRRRRR. I don't know Kaylee. I don't know the other channels I was commenting on. I don't know the T-shirt or the soap T-shirt guy. That one channel I saw, that Summer Wells, who was not talking about Summer Wells, but literally like packing up T-shirts and soap. I don't know that guy. Like, I don't know any of these channels. Trust me. I just, yeah. But I mean, they're fine. Cappy has a channel. Oh yeah, okay, Captain Napton. Captain's channel, but she doesn't do much. Okay, I have a channel too. Don't do much. Sounds like me. I don't do much either. Fun fact. Okay, well there you go. We all call her Captain Napkin. All right. I got ESPN here. All right. Well, wow. It has been 2.5 hours. Okay. Well, it is getting late here. I think I've caught up with all the comments. And truth be told, is what's going to happen is I'm going to, when I leave this channel now, I was actually only supposed to go here for just only half an hour, but we're 2 hours past. But no problem, no worries. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast soon, and the broadcast. And I'm going to see if my video gets processed. I put a video, I played a Bon Jovi video clip, and I'm not sure if it's going to not be able to be put on line or not. So just a warning, a heads up that this live stream may not be visible tomorrow or later on, because I'm not sure what's going to happen. And once I hit in broadcast, will YouTube allow me to go ahead and keep this video, or will they say no, copyright, blah, blah, blah. Now, if it's where it was like last weekend where I played the Depeche Mode songs, I was able to go ahead and just trim the video and still keep the chatty content. Then I guess I'll just keep this, whatever. What the heck, I don't care. So anyways, with that being said, it's getting late, guys and gals. I love each and every one of you. Congratulations to Golden State Warriors for winning the NBA championship. Champions. And yeah, it's happy Friday to wherever you are in the country. Some of you guys are not even in this country. I know the Duchess is not. Yeah, it's official. Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. This channel, we will be counting down not the top 10, but the top 15 Bon Jovi songs. What my favorite Bon Jovi songs, what I like a lot. And we're just going from number 15 to number 1. And we'll have a lot of fun. We'll look at the comments, chit chat. We'll talk. We just have fun, and we'll also play music, some good music. Nothing but Bon Jovi. This is Bon Jovi week. Rest in peace, Alex John Such, the bassist. He was sort of like I guess the main founder of the band. We'll talk more about it on Sunday though. But anyways, guys, I love each and every one of you guys, and you guys have a great night. Take care. See you Sunday if you're gonna join. Take care. Bye.